What's up, Flip?
What up? Good morning. Good morning.
Good
I got the
morning. Good morning.
hey man. It
Yeah,
sounds like
yeah,
it's
buddy.
raining up there.
What's that?
Sounds like it's raining up there.
Oh, no, I'm in my vehicle with the AC blowing.
Oh dang.
Yeah, see, there you go. I turned it off. Now it's different.
Hey, look at that. Busting that AC, huh?
Yes, sir. You know, gotta make it big boy
How hot is
friendly
it
in
up
here,
there?
dude.
Yeah.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Jesse.
Morning, morning.
Morning, CJ.
Good
What's up,
morning.
CJ? Hey CJ.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, you see that video I sent with that Cyclops?
bro, bro, the shriek, bro. The shriek got me good, man. That was hilarious.
Oh man, that's comedy, dude. That's
That
like
was
legend
funny.
right there, bro.
Just
Oh
looking,
man.
just staring at the dude and shrieking. Oh man, that got me so. That was good. That was funny.
Oh man. Anyways, yeah. Back to work, man. I'm tired of working for people, straight up, man. I want my own business.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Look into selling on eBay, man. Resell, man. Resell's awesome. You can you could keep your spendage pretty darn low, and you can a lot of times you can 5, 10x, even 20x your money, bro. I mean, it's a great business type plan, but.
But you said eBay, huh? What do you sell on eBay?
I sell clothing.
Oh, really? Like your own line? Your clothing line?
No, no, no. I go to garage sales, dude. I go to garage sales and I pay, anywhere from, $1 to $5 per item of clothing, depending on the brand. And, and then I wash it. My mom is actually my seamstress. So if there's any damages that I overlooked, she'll fix it. And then I've got my own mannequins downstairs and professional backdrop. It actually looks really good. If you go to my profile, I've got the link to my store on my profile, and you can see what I've got on there. So I've got other miscellaneous stuff on there that I'm selling too, but mainly clothing. So
Oh,
like
wow.
right now we're going into winter, so I'll be posting jackets for sale. A lot of vintage like starter jackets like Notre Dame and stuff like that. But yeah, man, clothing's where it's at, dude, because used clothing, people typically will like donate it. People are willing to just donate their clothing and get nothing in return. So one time I actually ran my own garage sale, and I've got my own business cards, and I handed my business cards out to everyone that went through my garage sale. And I just basically proposed to them. I said, hey, what do you guys do with your clothes? I'm just curious, what do you do with your clothes when you're done? No, they're like, oh, we just donate them. I'm like, well, I tell you what, let me do this for you. You let me know when you're about to donate your clothing. Give me a call. I'll come to you and I'll go through your clothing and I'll pay you $1 per item. And then the rest of the stuff that I don't want, I'll deliver it to I'll deliver it to the Salvation Army or the Goodwill or whatever, wherever they drop their stuff off. I'll do that so that way they don't have to spend the gas money to go there to do all that work.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So dude, I'm just telling you, man, there's a lot of money to be made in that. Oh, and
Is that like Amazon? What is it?
yeah, yeah, Amazon's a little bit more strict though. So
Uh,
eBay's not as strict. But to answer Misunderstood's information or her question, make sure you pay your taxes. The nice thing about eBay is eBay organizes everything on your taxes for you. So they send
Oh
you, I want to
wow.
say it's a 1040 or whatever. But yeah, the money that you make, you just, the best thing you could do is like take 30%. I always just take
Yeah.
30% and put it away of everything that I bring in. So, but yeah, man, it's, I'm telling you, like last year when I was just by myself, I work for somebody now, and I do my eBay on the side now. That's my secondary. But last year, I did like 50 grand.
Oh what? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Oh
So I
wow.
mean, dude, there's
Cheers,
money,
man.
dude. There's money to be made. And here's the
That's
thing, dude.
cool,
I
man.
live in South Dakota, bro. Like you live in you live in San Diego. There's a lot more access to name brand clothes where you're at. So I'm just
Yeah.
telling you, man, if you get in that clothing market, um, you know, it's it that you can, you know, Lululemon's big, you know, just a lot of like athletic, you know, athletic clothing, stuff like that. If you can find some old, band t-shirts and stuff like that, they sell for a good profit. So yeah, man, if you, if you're interested, I could turn you, to a few guys that I follow on YouTube that just all they do is resell clothing, and
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Shoot the info, man.
Yeah.
I thought about you mentioned clothing and I thought about Donald Trump's mugshot, on a shirt.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's
Yeah,
but here's
man.
the thing with that. There's so many people doing that stuff. You know what I mean? To get into that kind of market, like it's over. You know, it's overpopulated on that. But the nice thing is people are always buying. You know, always buying name brand, you know, clothing as far as athletic wear, just other name brand clothes, you know, designer clothing. And you can find that all over the place, you know, with what people don't want anymore. So,
That's cool, man. Yeah, shoot me the DM to the dudes that do it.
yeah, yeah, I'll get it to you.
Yeah. Hey, since I'm from
Shoot me
San Diego, man,
that
I'm a fellow
information also.
Carmelite.
I have um I have someone that does it, but I would want to give them more information on that.
Well, and if you guys, like I said, if you guys want, just go to my profile and then click on the link to my
Oh, I'm
eBay
going
store.
to.
Yeah, do that and
Definitely.
just check out what I got, and then you can kind of see how I set it up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, since I'm from Dago, I'm a Carmelite, right?
Say that again.
No, 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 because I was listening to your mom's testimony. She said she was here in San Diego and she was a Carmelite or something. So I figured,
Yeah.
hey, maybe I'm a Carmelite also, because I used to be
Oh,
Catholic.
oh, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Man, what are y'all talking about?
We're talking about you.
Everything,
Oh
everything under
my,
the sun.
oh my lord.
Talking about eBay.
Yeah,
eBay.
Yeah.
eBay,
eBay.
Oh,
E-buy, e-buy.
uh, mm,
eBay.
well,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
like,
let me see.
Hello. What's up? Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
Amazing.
Blessed, highly favored.
Apollo.
Apollo. Hey, man. Hey, man, I think everybody's still making their coffees.
No,
Looks
I
like
need
it's
to
not
get dressed. I got the studies cell group to go to at 11. I just got out of the shower, got dressed. Now I'm gonna go make my coffee. I need a double portion today.
You need a double anointing. That's what you need.
Go.
I have that already, brother.
Oh, Miss Doubtfire and the mask.
All right. So, uh, Dre had a question. What 2 movies are you bringing to the sleepover? So
Is it? Can we only pick? Can we only pick from that picture, or can we come up with our own list?
yeah, from the picture. From the picture.
Ooh man, them
So
three
I think
What
ninjas,
was the
man.
question? What was the question? I can't hear
Ernest.
you.
I think Ernest goes to jail. I think that's the bottom one. The top one is Mrs. Doubtfire. So you got Mr. Nanny, Mask, Small Soldiers, Blank Check, and the Wizard one. Is that the Nintendo game Wizard? Dre? The Wizard, the Nintendo game movie?
What's the question?
I think so, bro.
Look at
I think
your
that's the one.
screen, Jess. Look at your
I
screen.
see
Huh?
the screen, but I want to know
So
what's.
Jess,
Oh,
the
I see.
yeah.
It's
I
up there.
see.
It's up there.
Okay, I see. I see.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's Mrs. Doubtfire and the Mask, and it's not even close.
The mask is in there for me for sure. I'm up in the air
Yeah,
because I
I would
like the
bring in the
Teenage Mutant
mask and
Ninja
Mr.
Turtles.
Doubtfire.
Ooh, I like the Ninja Turtles. I like Blank Check was good.
Jim Carrey and
Uh,
Robin Williams, man, you can't go wrong with that.
Y'all are sleeping on Ernest.
Ernest
Yeah,
Goes to
no,
Jail is
no,
amazing, bro.
Ernest Goes to Jail
CJ would.
is hilarious. But
CJ
you
would
got
bring
Teenage
that.
Mutant Ninja Turtles. But then again, bro, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Part 3. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that at all. But the Wizard, I think that's the Nintendo. I'm trying to look it up real quick. When that little kid goes around whooping everybody's butt on the Nintendo. I think that's what that is. Yeah. Yeah, The Wizard's the Nintendo. That's actually a pretty good little movie. Blank Check is hilarious.
Hey, that movie is based on me. Blank Check.
Oh, that's based on you?
Yeah, because yeah.
Somebody hit your car one time or what?
Well, I once
I
received
mean
a blank
your
check and
bike.
I wrote it
Your
out for
bike.
$5. I was
Well, I
like
meant to
younger.
say bike. What?
No, what I was saying is that I wrote a blank check for $5 before.
The Blank Check.
Then it sounds like you never seen the movie Blank Check.
I have. Dude,
Oh,
dude, get
blank.
his bike gets hit by a dude that's wearing a suit,
Yeah,
and
and he
he
gives him
gives
a
him a
blank
blank
check.
check.
And you're over here talking
He
about
wrote
five.
for
You're over
like
here
a
talking about
million
$5.
bucks.
I
You're
know.
talking about $5.
He gave him a blank check, and you said you
Yeah.
gave a blank check with $5.
Yeah, $5.
That makes it not a blank check.
Yeah. So Jude says that she's coming over. She's bringing chips. She's bringing Battleship and Yahtzee. And Jude, I'd make you go home crying. That'd be the end of that. I'm gonna eat up all your chips because I'm gonna make you bet a chip every time I sink a Battleship. You're not gonna get one chip. And same thing with Yahtzee. I'll be yelling Yahtzee all night long. After about 5 minutes, Jude's gonna be like, "Okay, fine, let's watch a movie." Like, all right, that's what I thought. We're watching a movie, Jude. Okay, God.
Yeah, that's got to be Miss Doubtfire in the Mask.
You can't sink my battleship. Okay, well, look, let me tell you something. Just because you guys super glue the battleship to the spot doesn't mean it can't get hit. Okay?
Oh, that's a well-known secret right there.
Sorry, I can't move it.
Voltron and Thundercats. Ink Pastor. We said based on the movies that you can see here. Oh no, here we go. It done started. Ink Pastor done started, man. Now it doesn't. Now the list don't matter. All right, so so far I've done my thing, which it is what it is. So Mrs. Doubtfire is an automatic. That's what I'm bringing. Oh, I didn't catch that part. Oh. Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire is automatic. That is going to happen because it's nonstop comedy like the entire time, period, the end. my brother mentioned that The Wizard, that was the first time that they showed Mario 3. I remember that now that he says that. I remember that. That was a pretty big deal when we were younger. Let's see. Problem Child 2. Man, dude. Okay, so out of Problem Child 2 and Weekend at Bernie's, because those are on the kind of same level, I still don't know which one I would choose out of those two, though. Just kind of doing my own thing. Three Ninjas, man, I don't know how you say no to that. There's actually a couple of them in here that makes
What
it
was
really
it?
hard.
Rocky Tum Tum and who?
I don't
Was it
remember.
Chase? Rocky Tum Tum and Chase, was it?
Chase sounds right. Let me ask my brother. Hey, Johnny, what's the names of the? Oh, Colt. Yeah,
Colt,
that's right.
that's right,
Ink
Colt.
is right. It's Colt.
Knew it started with a C.
Yeah, it's Colt. Yeah, and Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. Yeah. So, Blank Check. Oh man, Blank Check was such a cool little movie, dude. Small Soldiers was great. I'm gonna toss that one out because I got a comedy in there, and Small Soldiers is, I don't know, they're trying to be funny, but I don't know. Mr. Nanny, I chose Mrs. Doubtfire over Mr. Nanny, so we already got a nanny already. So Mask.
Somebody stop me.
Yeah, dude. So Mask, Blank Check, Three Ninjas. Those are the three. Ninja Turtles 3. If it was Ninja Turtles 1, that'd be it. Period. But since it's part 3, dude, I don't know. It's still good, but I think I'm gonna go with my final one is probably going to be Mask, dude. I think it's gonna be Mrs. Doubtfire and Mask.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
And it's not even close, bro.
I think. What did y'all pick?
Doubtfire in the Mask.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I picked also.
Yeah,
Dre
hey,
pick?
Oh, you know what, Trot? Super Moj made a good point. Where's the Goonies at?
Well, first off, that's violation number 1. I can't believe that Goonies is not even on this list. This is Dre's list. Dre don't like the Goonies. If Goonies were on here, it would be I would probably go Goonies
3.
and
I'll put them 3.
Wait. Hold on. I didn't make this list, bro. This is just somebody. I saw this. Somebody sent it to me, so that's why I forwarded it to you just to mess with you. But the Goonies should have been on there for sure.
I don't know how it's not on there. Like, first off, I would choose the Goonies over about 5 of these movies just right off the rip. Like, just blinking my eyes.
I think before I couldn't fit the whole thing in the picture, but it says it's 1995. And that's
okay.
why I think all these movies are from 95.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that seems about right, though. Ink got it, though. Ink Pastor got a 100%. Goonies, Labyrinth, and Never Ending Story. 100%, bro. What?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I never knew that Trot made a movie.
I've made a lot of movies.
Smells bad.
I made a lot of movies. Any movie that has to do with soldiers in combat, they make movies about me, bro. Come on. Like, I mean, it's not something you can just walk down the street and see it happening. There's all kinds of movies. What movie are you talking about?
So that I never saw that movie. Honestly.
Which one? Huh?
Small Soldiers. I never saw that movie.
Yeah, bro.
You tripping.
You're tripping. It's actually a funny.
I might have been tripping when it came out, but no, I never seen it.
Yeah, it's actually a funny movie, man. It really is.
You forgot Fast and the Furious, man.
No, Dre said this is like 95. Fast and the Furious didn't come out to like 2000, right?
Yeah.
Hey, any of you guys seen the movie The Dark Crystal with the?
Oh yeah. Oh
dude,
yeah.
that should be on there too, bro. That's
Yeah,
like
dude.
a underrated classic right there.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna have to look up the years on those, man, because I think those are all 80s, and these are 90s. So it's the era is just a little different. But I could be wrong. I'll look them up. Pastor Ink, what's up, man?
What's going on, guys? Good
Well,
morning.
you just come in here just wanting to fight, bro. You
Man,
come in here, bro, and
just
you bring up movies that you know are that's supposed to be on that list. Now you got us all all the feathers all riled up.
I'm saying when brother up here threw in Dark Crystal, and I was just
Yeah,
typing
Dark Crystal.
Tom Cruise's Legend.
Legend, yes. All right, so Dark Crystal came out.
Tron.
So Dark Crystal came out in '82. Yeah, so all the movies we're naming are like they're all '80s, you know. And a lot of people would be like, Dark Crystal, why would you watch that? Okay, first off, if you're young in the '80s, you're gonna watch the Dark Crystal. It's just kind of the movie's just it definitely is out there. Their little voice, dude. I don't know what you call those things. I can't remember. But he's like, or whatever kind of
Skepskis or Skitskis or whatever they're called.
Is that what they're called? I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all ever watch Dune?
No,
Yes.
never seen that one.
No. The Spice.
so.
Well, they're remaking it. Apparently, they're remaking it. So, Dune and the Spice. Yeah. So yeah, Dark Crystal. What was another one? What was the name of that one? Yeah, Legend was in '80s. I want to say that was Tom Cruise, one of his first movies.
It was his first movie.
It was his first movie, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And then so apparently,
Gun.
what'd you say, Flip?
I said it's all about Top Gun. That's the best movie ever.
Well, that movie is definitely, man, dude, that movie's so awesome. So, so someone just bought the Goonies house, dude, like not too long ago.
Real.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
say Top Gun is the best movie ever, bro. That's a violation. Bro. Can't do that.
Bruh.
It's a good movie, but not ever, bro. Stop it.
But with Tom Cruise. With Tom Cruise.
What about all the Mission Impossibles, bro?
Yeah, I liked his Mission Impossible.
It's alright.
Y'all like the Mission Impossibles better than Top Gun? Oh,
I like
wow.
Top Gun better.
Let me ask my bro. Hey, let me ask my bro Johnny. Which one do you like better? Do you like Top Gun series? All right, because come on, guy, we got Top Gun 2 now. Okay, so you got the Top Gun series, the 2 Top Guns, or all the Mission Impossibles. Johnny, which one's better? If you had a choice, he might say Mission Impossible. I know he likes Mission Impossible.
Those are my favorite movies. I like spy movies though. So
you like spy movies? Yeah, he put Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I've never been a big
Top Gun.
Bro,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise had that movie called Days of Thunder. I used to love that movie when I was a kid.
Oh man, that's a good movie.
Yep, that one's touched.
Yeah, that's a good movie, dude. Yeah, 100%.
As far as '80s movies,
Yeah.
y'all are leaving out Willow and that that one.
Willow, yeah, bro.
They
What
left
else?
out the Breakfast Club also. Isn't that an 80s?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That's like the top of the top
Yeah.
in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken.
Breakfast.
yeah.
Club.
Breakfast Club definitely.
About Total
Yeah,
Recall.
absolutely.
Indiana
That was
Jones and the
80s, right?
Temple of Doom 80s.
Wait a minute. How about the
Indiana
one with Eddie Murphy? Something Devils. Oh, what was it?
Oh,
China.
the Golden Child.
China.
The
China,
Golden Child.
Was it the Golden
Yeah.
Child?
Golden
Yeah.
Child.
Oh well, if you're gonna bring up Eddie Murphy, you got Coming to America. You got
Oh,
Trading Places.
Yeah.
Trading Places. If you haven't seen Trading Places, that movie's hilarious. As a matter of fact, Trading Places, I believe, yeah, Trading Places came out first, and then very shortly after that, the movie Coming to America came out. And the two older gentlemen that played the game with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy made them trade places. Those two guys are in the movie Coming to America. They're bums on the side of the road, and Eddie Murphy's character, the rich prince, he walks over and just sees a bum sitting there and hands him a bag full of cash, and when you see who it is, I mean, if you haven't seen Trading Places, the movie Coming to America doesn't make sense in that.
Yeah, that's when they say, oh my God, we can do this again.
Yeah, we're back. He's
We're back.
I can't remember their names, but he's like, Jared, we're back, man. And he's like, leave me alone. They're sitting there arguing in the street. There's a bundle of money that Eddie Murphy's the Prince gave them money. Oh, it was hilarious. And some of those things, man, if people haven't seen Trading Places first, that part doesn't make any sense. But when they threw that in there, I knew exactly what they were talking about. Even being younger, it was hilarious. So some of those things are missed, though, as time goes. But
The
I don't know, man.
nostalgia.
I think one of the most underrated comedies, though, back-to-back films, is Grumpy Old Men and Grumpier Old Men.
yeah,
I
they
love
did
those.
good.
But
Oh, they're
what
awesome.
about ET, guys? How y'all gonna forget ET in the '80s, bro?
Yeah, no, you can't forget E.T.
Come on,
Absolutely. My
man.
brother put Ghostbusters. You definitely can't forget Back to the Future, Ghostbusters. You can't forget either one of them. Of course, my brother would remember the name. Yeah, Mortimer. That's what he said. Mortimer, we're back.
The the Princess Bride, bro.
My,
The Princess Bride was one of my favorite
Princess
movies
Bride.
with Andre the Giant.
yeah,
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
inconceivable.
Master.
Yeah, well, he says, my name is Antonio Montero. You killed my father. What did he say? Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to die. Yeah, my name is Montanio Montana. Or I can't remember what he says, but he's like, you killed my father, prepare to die.
Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren.
Yes. Yes, dude. He-Man. Oh, bro. Oh, man.
Reset.
Bro, you want to talk about my hair forgot so mad at me the other day. That movie came on. Do y'all remember the song in Masters of the Universe? It was like, like it's just weird, like noise that comes out of that machine. Like the going back in time, the little, I don't know, I don't know what you call that thing, orb or whatever they're carrying around.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
And
well,
Batman, the very first
yes,
Batman.
oh yeah, dude. Oh, dude, talking
what about
about
Karate
Batman.
Kid, guys? How can we forget Karate
Oh,
Oh
Kid,
my
bro?
Karate
lord.
Kid.
Bro,
Oh
come
my
on, man.
gosh, bro.
Yeah.
There's
No.
so many.
Hey,
Everybody
so
thought they
look.
was Karate Kid at one point.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, everybody did. Yeah, Daniel-san. Hey, so real quick, dude. So that song. So my wife's sleeping, and like I'm not even tired. I'm just laying there, and I'm flipping through some channels, and it says Masters of the Universe. I'm like, no way,
Yeah, we
bro.
watched.
Like I'm looking for like something, so I can hold like as a sword, because I'm waiting for him to do it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it with him. Let's go. My heifer's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm not doing nothing. And she's like, why you keep moving around? And I was like, cause my heart's about to come on.
Yeah.
I get my staff. I'm
That,
like, I have uh, uh, a rod that is like a prop that I used for a video one time, and I still have it. And I got in the air, and I'm like, I've got the power. And bro, she reaches up, grabs my stick, and she's like, lay down, Moses. We're going night night. I busted out laughing. I was like, that's not Moses. What are you talking about?
Moses.
I was like,
I
that's He
have the
Man.
power.
Yeah. I said, that is He-Man, woman. And she goes, what? Go to bed already. I was like, I better not. I was like, this movie just started. So, bro, I'm watching this whole movie, and that little dwarf, I can't remember his name, but he pulls that little, that
work.
orb, and it starts making that weird noise. And she's like, Bubba. She turns the TV off. I'm like, bro, like, this is like the like, I don't want to say silver lining, but Bubba, this is like the big part of this movie, and the TV just goes black. And I'm like, I was like, hey, I'll go get donuts in the morning if you turn this back on. Like, is there any way you can turn this back on? And it was pretty hard, man. It was pretty hard on me. But talking about Batman, y'all bring up the first Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman. So I watched the movie Flash the other day, and he goes back in time, right? And he goes to the Batcave. Bro, it's Michael Keaton. That's who's Batman in this movie. I was like, bro, what?
Yep.
Awesome, man. It was awesome. No lie. So all y'all waiting for the Bible study, I apologize. Obviously, we're going to talk about something about the Bible here in a minute, but y'all get mad at Dre. Dre started it. He sent this list to me right here, and he said, hey, we got to play this game because it's game time. It's game time. So I was like, all right, it's game time Tuesday is what he said. So We're just doing the movie thing right now.
I have an external hard drive out in the camper.
How you?
If
Hold
they,
on, hold on. How you gonna throw me under the bus? You already know I get the
Hold on,
most
Dre.
hate.
Hold on, Dre. You already admitted it, bro. Hold on. Come on, guys. Y'all heard Dre say that he sent it because somebody sent it to him. Dre, you've already admitted it, bro.
Right. But I sent it to you, not to the line. Throw me under the bus.
He's like, I sent it to you, not the left. No, but Dre said, though. That's what happened. Oh, man. Hey, what'd you say, Ink?
I have me and my wife, of course, we like all these old nostalgic '80s movies, and we still have our two youngest kids living with us. They're 15 and almost 16 and 18. And out in the camper, we have one of those external hard drives for your computer. It's got like hundreds of movies on it. We still have every single original He-Man cartoon that they put out.
Oh, wow.
Now we sit and binge watch that, and I'm like, oh, that's great. And it's got the never-ending story, and I believe I've got Beastmaster on there, and
Beastmaster. Beastmaster was awesome. Him and his little ferrets, loved it, dude. Somebody put Mr. Mom, dude. Mr. Mom was actually pretty good, man. That was actually a pretty good movie
Conan.
Back in the day.
What about Conan? How can we forget Conan, bro?
Oh man, dude.
Conan.
Conan.
Who were those?
Oh man, Conan's what?
Who were those twin brothers? They played in one of the movies, and they played in what's that one with Woody Harrelson? Pulp Fiction, I think it was. But they were twin bodybuilders.
Twin bodybuilders.
Twin bodybuilders. It was a movie that came out right around the same time as Conan.
Twin bodybuilders.
Yeah, that was me and my twin brother.
I mean,
that was the Flips. That was the Flip brothers. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm trying to picture. I'm trying to picture what you're saying. Johnny, you know what he's talking about? Twin bodybuilder brothers playing a movie. What's the movie about?
I remember one part. The dude falls down into a hole, and this giant dragon or something was going after it, and going across it. He stuck his sword up, and maybe that one was Conan, or maybe they were in one.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, you just reminded me. I'm trying to think on who you're talking about. I'm not recalling at the moment. But what about Dragon Slayer or something?
Yeah.
Where the guy has to defeat a dragon, but he goes and grabs like the dragon scales to use as a shield. Am I saying that right?
Was it Twin Sitters?
The Barbarian Brothers.
The Barbarian.
The what brothers?
The Barbarian Brothers.
The movie. Yeah, the movie was like a barbarian movie, right? Yeah. No, now, one of them, they try to hang him by the neck, and he busts the rope with his neck.
That's it. That's the same one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, let me see. I think it's called Dragon Slayer, the one I'm talking about.
It was called The Barbarians.
Yeah, The Barbarians. Actually, yeah, that is what it was called. The Barbarians.
And The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys was a good little franchise also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was, what's his name? Sutherland, right?
Yeah, Kiefer Sutherland. And
man.
Brothers.
Somebody throws in wartime. What is this? What you got up there, Dre?
What about 1948?
Brother.
That's Conan. Is that Conan?
No, that's the Barbarian Brother.
Oh, yeah, that's the Barbarians. Yeah, that's it. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it, bro. Heck yeah.
Stray and Trot.
What?
Hey, you forgot the best movie of all time, which is the Ten Commandments, the one that's like 6 hours.
Bro, that's actually a good movie, bro. Like,
I know it is.
Back in the day, yeah, man. For back, like that's a raw deal. Commando, yeah, no joke.
Blazing Saddles.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah, here
Blazing
go.
Saddles.
Here, my brother's naming like every movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bro, just put every Arnold Schwarzenegger movie on there. Every
No
Chuck
holds
Norris movie on
barred.
there. I have to say everything about Chuck Norris. Somebody put Land Before Time. Oh, we're getting into cartoons now, boy. Land Before Time.
If you're gonna go Arnold Schwarzenegger, I mean, in that area, then you got to go First Blood. You got to go you got to go Rambo. You got to do all those guys too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Lone Wolf. Yeah. Yeah. No, the Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf McCade. Yeah. They put him in Expendables. His character. That was pretty cool.
No holds barred. Hulk Hogan's.
Oh, hey, Trot, Mortal
Hey.
Kombat.
Oh my Lord. Yeah,
Mortal
buddy.
Kombat,
Hey,
bro.
I remember when that came out because obviously, I played the game, and so they're coming out with Mortal Kombat the movie. I was like, the movie? How are they going to do that? And then I see the previews and I see Goro, and I'm like, bro, they did a pretty good job. And then they come out with this movie that has all the movies that we're talking about, dude. It's got like a lot of them in this one movie. The movie's called Ready Player One. And so Ready Player One has like every 80s and 90s movie that you can imagine. If it doesn't have a part of the movie, it has the music. Man, and it puts all these movies into one movie. But it brings it alive in real time because it's based on virtual reality. It's actually a really cool movie if you haven't seen it. It's called
Yeah,
Ready
that
Player
is a
One.
good movie. That is a good movie.
It's such a good movie, but it's only good to those that would pick up on all the, what do you call it when you're like joking around about, there is a word for it, when you're using other movies inside of movies. Like there's a phrase, I just can't remember what it's called, but they do that a lot. And so if you're behind on some of those, then it won't make any sense.
Like cameos?
Homage?
You mean like cameos?
Is that the word for it?
I mean, I know that's like when
How do you how do you spell that? How do you spell that, cameo?
cameo. Oh man, I don't know. Now you put me on the spot.
Well, I mean, because
Cameo.
I think it's spelled CAMEO, but I don't know.
It's exactly spelled.
I don't think that's how it's spelled, bro.
Let me see.
CAMEO.
Oh yeah, it's a
Yeah,
small
it is.
theatrical role, usually performed by a well-known actor and often limited to a single scene. So it's not really a cameo.
Okay, so a cameo is when the guy
Like
that
Michael
so
Keaton.
that's
Michael Keaton Batman. That was a cameo.
okay, yeah, that'd be considered a cameo. And then like
Right.
every time that Stan, the guy that created Marvel, he always
Exactly.
cameos a part. Okay, well, okay, so it's not a cameo, but whatever it's called, when you're just, matter of fact, I don't know why you couldn't call them cameos because no, actually, what I'm describing actually is a cameo, bro. Actually, because it just happens a
By a
lot.
person. It's
Found it.
by a
It's called a Miss N MB. I don't know how you
Oh my
pronounce that, but
Lord!
it's a
Hold on,
film within a film.
hold on. Let me type that in, bro. Spell that for me.
MISE
MISE
space
space
EN space
EN
AABYME.
AAB. Is that what you
No,
said?
no. So MISE and then space EN space
Uh huh.
ABYME.
It's called
ABYME.
Hold on, Flip. ABYME.
Okay, Miss and what are you calling that?
I don't know what but it says it's a movie. It's a term for a film within a film.
Whew, excuse me.
Bless
All
you.
right. I think it says in Western art history, Miss in Abim. Oh, okay.
Exactly. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, it says French pronunciation. Oh, Miss Mbim. Miss Mbim. Okay, whatever. It says
What
literally, it says a formal technique of placing a copy or image within itself, often in a way suggesting. Well, it does that. It does that too, actually. So I guess it does all the things. How about that? It does all the things. Because there's parts where certain characters are in the movie, like literally for like 5 seconds, you know, and so it's a
So,
cameo.
are you saying that the
So
angel of the Lord does cameos? Basically, that's God doing a cameo
yes,
in life.
yeah, he created, yeah, bro, he created the cameo, man.
He was the first cameo.
Right. He's like, oh, wow,
Yeah,
check this
let me
out. I'm
see,
gonna
Blue.
insert myself in this movie real quick.
Yeah, let me see if they get it. Yeah, let me see. Blue Dimples spoof. Okay, yeah. So a spoof is like in its
When they make fun
entirety
of
a
a movie.
spoof. Yeah, it's when you're making fun. So there are spoof moments also in the movie Ready Player One. So everything we just went over, cameo, you know, the French Grey Poupon or whatever we just read, and then the spoof. Like this movie does all of it. Like there's even the part of the movie Shining. The Shining in here because they use it to I don't want to ruin the movie, but if you haven't seen it, you need to see it, man. Ready Player One is pretty let's see, a nod to the fans, a homage. Man, that sounds familiar. A homage. Let me look that up. I don't know why
Hey,
that's
Trot,
not
should
clicking.
we check on Jesse's ADHD? It's probably bouncing off the walls right now.
Check on it. Check on it.
No, I'm good. I mean, you know what? I'm nobody's babysitter anymore.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Jesse, what's your favorite movie of all time? I'm curious.
Oh, I already know, bro. Singing in the Rain.
Nope. Oh, well, I was just thinking about it. Hold on, give
Little
me a
Women.
second. Um,
Little Women.
Bicentennial Man.
Oh, Phil?
Bicentennial Man.
Nah, I thought she was gonna say Steel Magnolias.
Bicentennial Man.
That's
Out of
Robin
all the
Williams, right,
movies,
Jesse?
Yeah. I think I've watched that movie close to, I don't know, maybe 50 times.
Hey, here's a good one for y'all. Here we go. Ready? What's your favorite Will Smith movie?
Will Smith. Wow. Wow,
That's a hard one.
that's gonna take
That's a hard one.
that's gonna take me a minute. Yeah, because Independence Day is gonna come in.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I never really cared for him.
Well,
Dre,
yeah, he's
like
read
definitely
my
not.
comment. Dre, read my comment.
Let me see. Welcome
Wait,
to
which one did you say? Which guy? What movie?
Will Smith. What's your
Oh,
favorite Will Smith movie? So you got
oh.
Men in Black, you got Independence Day, you got
Wiki
I
Wiki
Am
Wild
Legend, which
Wild
is coming out with
West.
another one. The Wild
The
Wild
Wild Wild.
West.
Wiki Wiki
My
Wild Wild
brother said.
West.
My brother said his
What's
favorite movie was. He said his favorite. Johnny said his favorite movie of Will Smith is Oscar's Rock Slappers.
is that the one where he's gay?
That's yo.
I know he has the other movie. What's that other
That's
movie
the
I
one he
really like too?
slaps. That was when he slaps
Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. The movie Oscar's Rock Slappers.
when he
I
slapped
missed
Rock.
it.
Where he slapped the Rock on the
He
stage
had
at the Oscars.
Ali. Oh yeah, the Rock Slapper. Yeah, that's now I get it. That's funny. Ali was a good movie. What was the other one that he did with the little boy with his son?
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, that
Pursuit
one
of
was actually
Happiness is a great
Now that
movie,
one was
bro.
actually pretty good. That was a
I
pretty
like
good.
I like After Earth.
That one right there, The Pursuit of Happiness.
I liked After Earth.
After Earth.
Yeah.
I Am Legend was pretty good.
I
I am Legend.
Yeah, I Am Legend was good, and it's
I
a part 2 coming
I Am
out.
Legend. I Am Legend's okay. I Robot was a straight thumb down for me. I didn't like it, but I will say this: it was entertaining when it came out.
The Men in Black
What
movies
was
are
the one?
great, bro.
Huh?
The Men in Black movies, they're all great to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those are real good. Bad Boys. God, those are the worst. Out of
You don't
all
like Bad
Will
Boys?
Smith movies, I I can't
The
stand it.
original, the
No, I
first
don't
one.
like it.
The
I
I
first
thought
don't
it
one
was
like it
had
at
good.
it.
all. It's
Oh
it's
man, I
straight
like Bad Boys,
trash.
bro. I like Bad Boys. It's funny
I
to me.
know. I don't understand why everybody maybe it's because it's something that I did for a living and I just see all the trash in it. Maybe that's what it is. It's just not good at all. I don't know. That could be it.
Not good,
Just
Maybe.
not good.
everything they do is so Hollywood. Like none of that is real. Not even a little bit.
Hitch was
I don't
funny to
know.
me. Hitch was great. I liked Hitch.
Yeah, Hitch.
What?
I liked Hitch over Bad Boys. That's the thing.
What's the
Hancock
one?
was good too. I love
That's the
Hancock,
one, the
bro.
superhero Hancock.
Hancock, yeah,
Yes, that
yeah.
was good.
Hancock was
And
funny, bro.
Can't remember the name of this movie, but next to Bicentennial Man, that has to be right up there with it. It's about the dog, the Akita dog with what's his
What?
name? Oh, I can't. Come on, somebody help me out here. The dog.
I have no clue what you're
How
talking about.
we can't help you out? You're not saying enough words, Jess. What are you talking about?
Oh,
You said
okay,
the
it's
Akita Dog movie. That's you know how many.
it's well.
You talking
Wait a
about
minute. With
Beethoven?
give me a
That's not
second.
an Akita,
Let me
bro.
put my thoughts here
I
together.
know.
I went blank.
I know. I don't.
No, just think about it before you say anything. Because I'm telling you, I have no idea. Like I don't even have a clue what you're. Just think about it.
Richard Gere. Richard Gere's in it.
Okay.
Dog
Pretty
is an
Well,
Woman.
look it
Akita.
up.
Pretty Woman. Pretty Woman.
No, it's about a dog. He has a dog, um, and the dog he passes away, and the dog goes to the train station every single day. He's a professor in the movie, and what's it? Come on, somebody's got to know the name of that
It's called A
movie.
Dog's Tale.
Ha, ha,
Oh,
ha,
No,
where
Jude
he
is
turns
saying
into a dog.
it starts with an
A
H.
Dog's
The name
Jude.
of
Tale.
the
It's called
movie.
A
It's a
Dog's
weird
Oh
Tale.
my
name.
God,
It's literally
guys.
called Hitachi, A Dog's Tale.
That's it.
No, it's the
Hachi.
name of the dog. What's the name of the
No,
dog?
It's
the name of
Hachi.
the movie is
Hachi.
it's an
Hachi, A Dog's Tale.
Hachi. The name
Go.
of the movie is Hachi.
Hachi.
Yeah, Jude said it's the name of the dog. So if the dog's name is Hachi, then that's the name of the
Yeah.
movie.
Well, the dog's
Yeah.
type is an Akita. He's
I've
an
never seen
Akita
this
dog,
movie. I've actually never seen this. I'm
breed.
gonna have to see
I
it.
want to
You've
say
never
I want to
seen
say
that
I
movie?
have.
Oh my God! You've never seen
Never.
that movie? Well,
Yeah,
grab
the
a
reason why
whole.
Jess likes
No, I
it.
think I.
Don't
The
even
reason why
bother with the
Jess
tissues. Just grab the whole. Just grab a whole
no
bunch of.
Jess likes it because she exchanges the dog with the chicken like the entire
No,
movie, and it's
no. You guys have never seen this movie. If you want,
It's
no, you
based on a
love
true
dogs.
story.
Dre, you love dogs. You need to watch this movie. Just get ready. You and your wife. Just sit there and get
oh my
ready
God, bro,
to
bring the whole
cry
family, bring
because
the
you're
whole
gonna
family.
cry. But it's probably the
I
Oh,
best
so
didn't
you
cry.
trying to
movie
I
get
ever
people
seen
in
made.
their
it.
belly? You
I
trying to get
seen
folks
it.
in
I
their
didn't
belly?
cry. If you
Oh
want to
no,
talk
you
about
didn't
one that's
cry.
gonna make you
Listen, I
cry,
know a tear came down somewheres around there.
and let me tell you,
At least one tear.
you want a tear to come out of somebody's eye, you be like super mojo right here said, go see Old Yeller. That gonna make you cry right there.
No,
Oh
this one
man,
is
yeah. I
better.
just saw that
This one
yesterday.
is
Where the red fern grows.
Yeah, where the red fur grows, mama. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Oh yeah. Or
I
hey,
just
how
saw
about
Old Yeller with my
Iron
son.
Will? Iron Will's a good one.
My
Iron
son is
Will. What?
actually my
What's
son's
that?
actually addicted to Old Yeller. Try
That's a
Levi.
good
Oh
movie.
my gosh, he
Oh
loves
yeah,
Old
Iron Will.
Yeller,
I just
bro.
pulled it up right here, bro. Iron Will. Oh, that's a good movie. I forgot about that movie.
What about White Fang, bro? White Fang is a
Oh
good movie
yeah,
too.
yeah, Bubba. That's a good. White Fang's a good movie.
It's one of my favorites, bro.
Oh,
Hands down.
Tango just pulled up. Tango's a good movie. If you haven't seen Tango, that's a good movie, man.
And what about Get to the Chopper?
Get to the chopper now. I don't know. Is there a? Oh, hey, Hitch. Have y'all seen Hitch?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's not a bad. We're talking about dog movies.
Guys, how
Get to
about
the
working 9 to
chopper.
5? That was a classic for those three women.
Working 9 to 5. Hold on, I gotta see a picture of this.
What
That's the
about
one
Back to
with
the
Came out in
Future,
19.
guys?
Joan
Nobody has said
Fonda,
Back to the
Dolly
Future.
Parton, and
Yeah, I
what's her
have. Oh,
name?
I said Back to the Future.
Oh, you did? I
Working
didn't hear it.
9. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. I'll never leave that
That
one
was
out.
that was a
Working
comedy.
9 to 5.
That was with Joan
Cujo.
Fonda.
Somebody said Cujo. Cujo was a good movie too. Boy, with that
Cujo. Oh, that movie's out of there, dude. Oh, that's let me see. Working 9 to 5. I can't
Joan
find it.
Fonda, Dolly Parton, and Lily. What's her name? The other lady, the comedy lady.
I think that's beyond my generation right there.
No, but that's a classic when it comes to comedies.
I can't find it nowhere. I know Dolly Parton made a song, 9 to 5 or
Yeah,
something.
that was for the movie.
Oh, it's Dolly Parton's in the movie.
Yeah.
Man, I don't think I've seen
I saw the
this.
documentary, and I think that was the first movie she ever. Yeah, that was her first movie ever.
He mentioned Beethoven.
Oh yeah, Beethoven. Man, Beethoven was good, boy. Yeah.
I like
Beethoven,
dude.
How about the Beetlejuice movies? They were crazy.
Oh, how did I forget about
the
Beetlejuice?
The Beetlejuice movies,
Oh,
yeah.
bro.
They were
Nightmare
Man,
Before Christmas.
Hey, Jesse, I say that's Kapora. When people say Kapora, he be popping up on the lives.
Beetlejuice.
Do what? What'd you say, Dre?
That's true. He's like Beetlejuice.
Mutual friends. You say Kapora 3 times, bro. He'll pop in the live out of nowhere, bro. Like, yo,
oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious.
He might be in here now. I already said Kapora 3 times. He might be in here
you
right
done it
now.
twice, bro. He's already came and go twice, probably. Beetlejuice. You know, they kept saying they were going to make a Beetlejuice 2. I mean, part 2 or part 3? Let me see.
Part 2. They only made one.
Oh, they only made one?
I think they only made one.
Let me look.
Yeah, they only made one, bro. That was Beetlejuice
had a. Then Beetlejuice had a 2. I think Beetlejuice had a 2.
I want to say.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they did.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. I thought they did.
Or maybe it was the rumor of part. Yeah.
No, I don't think they did a part 2. I like that movie a lot, bro. Oh my goodness. But when they was like, we like conga, me want go home, and then they all got taken over and started dancing at the table.
Yeah. Right, there was a Beetlejuice too. There was a Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
There was a Beetlejuice too.
I never seen
Bound.
Homeward Bound. Oh, I love. Yeah.
Yeah, Shadow gets me, bro.
Oh man, she was a trip.
You know,
yeah.
there was. Oh, go ahead.
There is going to be a Beetlejuice 2 next year. It's actually in the works.
That's what I'm talking about. Like I'm looking. It's all over the place. I just don't have proof of it. I just see it like it looks like it might be real. And somebody said they're trying to get Johnny Depp to play Beetlejuice. I'm like, bro, you better. Michael Keaton is still alive. What would be the point of not using him? That don't make any sense.
That's like Wolverine, bro. When they got rid of Wolverine and traded him for the other guy, you can't trade Wolverine in, bro. Like it's done. Like Wolverine's are done for me.
Yeah.
There was a movie, bro.
Yeah,
who are you
Legends
talking about?
of the Fall. You ever seen Legends of the Fall, bro?
Dre, what guy are you talking about? What Wolverine guy?
Wolverine, bro.
Which guy? Which character?
Wolverine.
Which human? Which human, bro?
He's the only one that's played Wolverine the whole time, bro.
Just tell me the name.
He's the Australian guy.
Jack. Okay. Yeah. So Jack Human, or however you say his name. I remember watching an interview. I remember Hugh Jackman. Anyway, I remember watching an interview. He literally said he is tired of playing Wolverine. Like he literally said it. Because remember, this guy's like one of those stage like opera guys. And so they get him to play, Wolverine, which obviously was cool. But he made it very clear that playing the same character is just like the way he comes off like, I don't know, like he comes off like I'm an actor. He needs to, and the way he comes off is like he needs to be doing different. He kind of sounds like he wants to be more like Johnny Depp, like just does so many different characters, and being stuck as Wolverine is like just driving him nuts. It's kind of.
I thought his body was tired because he had to go like through crazy, grueling workouts to get to like in shape for the movie.
Well, I'm sure that's part of it, but he said he's tired of it. I remember him saying.
Look at the movies. Look at the movies he's played in since then. Like, what is it, The Greatest Showman? He played in that one, which is kind of like like an. Yeah, I know. Trash. I know it's trash. I didn't say it was good, but what I'm saying is like, he wanted to play more of like you said, an actor type role. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of like a
Yeah, if you okay, so here's the thing with the Greatest Show or whatever that movie is called. You got to remember there are people that still enjoy musicals, and isn't that considered a musical? I know.
My wife loves
Yeah,
musicals.
so
I can't stand them, bro.
yeah, so if the musical thing is not understood, then bro, then yeah, the person's not going to like the movie. But for people who like musicals, bro, that movie is considered like one of the best musicals like in a very long time. So it's a very
My wife thought it was great. I didn't even watch it. When she said
well,
musical, I
again,
said I'll pass. No,
well,
thank
it's a
you.
musical. Yeah, but it's a musical, right? So it's a different type of movie. It's not like they're not even in the same category. Like they really don't even put those in the same as far as musical people go, right? But
He did a good movie when he was like in Australia. It was a pretty good movie. But what about? Have you ever seen Legends of the Fall, bro? That's one of my favorite movies.
oh
Bro.
yeah, that's actually a good movie. Yeah,
That's one of my favorites, bro. That's hands down. That one, and there's
yeah.
one with Tom Cruise where he came to America as an Irishman. I can't remember the name of that movie. That movie is excellent, bro. And he started boxing.
I thought
He
that
was
was
whooping
Legends of the
everybody.
Fall. I thought that was Legends of
No,
the Fall.
They
Oh,
might
the
have
one.
the same name, but
No, the one you're talking about. No, wait a minute.
I'm talking about the Brad Pitt movie, The Legends of the Fall, which
Yeah.
it was the three brothers.
Yeah,
That's
no,
one of my
that's
favorite movies.
yeah, that's
bro.
a great movie. Yeah, the one you're talking about, he's a boxer. Is that what you said?
Yeah, what's the name of that? The Tom Cruise. He wasn't a boxer. He just started. He was just
Well,
good at
there's
fighting
another.
because that's all he did.
Well, let me say
Far
this.
and
That's a
away.
Tom
There's.
Cruise.
Let me say that
Far
there's.
and away.
One,
Yeah, far and away. Far and away. Yep. Far and
what
away.
about Far and Away?
That's the movie that with Tom Cruise.
Okay, so it's not Brad Pitt. It's Tom Cruise.
No, it's two of them. Legends of the Fall is Brad Pitt. Far and away is
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. But both of those are really good
Okay.
movies. Two of my
Oh,
favorites.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll tell you now. When it comes to like inspiring movies, have you seen The Greatest Game of All Time? I think that's what it's called.
Rudy
look
was
it
the
up.
best inspired movie I've
Oh
seen.
yeah, Rudy's
Rudy.
amazing.
How about
Rudy's
Cliff?
awesome.
Was it Cliffhanger or Cliff Rock? What's his name? Oh, now I want to say Rocky
Sylvester
Balboa.
Stallone.
Lord have mercy.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone.
That was a good.
Cliffhanger.
Cliff. Yeah, that was like that
Yeah.
beginning of that movie.
Yeah, no,
was like so
Cliffhanger.
wild.
Cliffhanger's a pretty good movie. But have y'all seen The Greatest Game? Have you seen that?
I don't think I have.
All right, let me tell you. Listen, look, real quick. Let's go over a few inspiring movies. And I'm not kidding, guys. Take out your pen, or whatever you got to take out. Write some of these movies down. I'm gonna see if I can get. Let me write some of them down myself.
Drop before you go into the inspirational movies, bro. I just remembered one more like underrated classic, the Warriors of Virtue.
The Warriors of Virtue.
Yeah, dude. With like with the kung fu kangaroos.
Let me look.
Most inspiring movies. If I had the man, shoot.
Okay, so look, guys. All right,
I'm
inspiring
gonna go with
movies.
a football movie.
Yeah, well, Rudy is number one. Like all time, it's going to be Rudy. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, there's another one called The Greatest Game.
Hater for me.
Greatest game ever played.
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf.
No, we're talking about like well, actually, you could talk about Gladiator because that is in a way based on a true story. I'm talking about stuff in our era.
What about
Right,
the
like
Titans,
in
bro,
the
with
Western-
Denzel Washington? The Titans.
Well, hold on, I'm going to go over. No, Titans is great, but hold on a second. The Greatest Game.
No,
Just so y'all know, Shia Buff, or however you say his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about? Transformer kid.
Yeah.
Shia Buff. Okay. Okay. So look, The Greatest Game. Shia Buff is a kid watching people play golf. Okay. And Will Smith actually plays in a real good golf movie too. But anyway, The Greatest Game. This kid is grows up watching golf, and he ends up playing it. He becomes really, really good at it. I'm telling you, as far as based on inspiration, okay, this movie is amazing. And this is not about whether you like golf or not. If you like sports at all, you know, it's funny whenever the sports compete, you know, because it's all the same. It's all about being competitive, and it doesn't matter which one you play. But I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, the greatest game, you need to go see that movie. If you haven't seen Rudy, maybe you're 12. I'm not really sure why you're on this live. This is for adults. But anyway, let's see. Obviously, what is it called? Is it Remember the Titans?
Yeah, remember
That's
the Titans.
Remember the
I believe.
Titans.
Yep.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Denzel Washington. So Remember
Beautiful
the
Mind
Titans
is
is
another
kind of
one.
yeah, but Remember the Titans is kind of like your
John Q.
It's like your basic, like it's like Remember the Titans is more like a matter of fact, bro. Hey, Dre, and I mean this. I'm not even kidding. If Deion Sanders, Colorado Buffalo's team, even if they do halfway decent the entire season, they're going to make a movie out of that. Period.
Oh yeah.
And then the movie probably just going. It's probably just going to. Hey, it's probably just going to be called Prime Time. That's probably what the name of the movie is going to be called.
You know, the funny thing is that you say that. I was hold on, Jesse. I was telling my buddy. I said if Colorado does good this year, they're going to move Hard Knocks to college football, and it's going to be the Buffs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love it. I love it when people listen. We all do it. Let me make myself clear. We all stick our foot in our mouth at times. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you do it once a week, something's wrong with you. I don't understand why people stick their foot in their mouth every chance they get. It's ridiculous. It's like you're not 10. You know, when anytime an adult sticks their foot in their mouth constantly, that's what I'm pointing out. Because at times we're all going to do it. We're all going to do it at times. And I'm not talking about misunderstandings. Misunderstandings is not sticking your foot in your mouth. I'm saying when someone is literally sticking their foot in their mouth, it's sad, very sad. And so, I mean, yeah, you see it all the time. But because there's something I want to bring up so bad.
I'm going to say I'm a little confused because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know why. I don't know why you are. I don't know why you are, because they mocked and made fun of Deion Sanders for a full year and called him a fool.
Deion. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Deion. We're talking about inspiration movies. We're talking about football. So, so Deion Sanders, they point their finger at him. Listen, I'm talking to people who have been in this sport for 20 years, coaches, media, and they all said, and I remember when he became the coach, and first of all, whether he did well or didn't do well, I really didn't care. I don't care whether he does good or he doesn't do good. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to sit there like a moron and say that he's not going to do well. I mean, I remember hearing everyone saying, "Oh, well, this is just sad." And I'm thinking, what? Like what, bro? Like. And this is what I'm talking about. Your imagination, vision, imagination is a big thing. If you can see it, you can do it. And I'm being dead serious. And you can give up before it becomes fruitful. You can. But I'm telling you, if you can picture it, if you can imagine it in your head, you can do it. But you're just going to have to do all the steps that it's going to take to do it. And Deion Sanders saw it. And I don't care if he doesn't win but 10 games the whole year. I really don't care. He still had a vision. He did it, and it worked. And he beat a team hands down based on statistics. And I love statistics. I may not be perfect at it, but I love it. And statistically, he should not have won that game, again, based on statistics, okay? But he did something different, and that's what you got to do sometimes. This dude, he literally created a whole new team. I don't care if they're like 85%. Just stop it. If something is different 85%, it's different. It's 100% different. I don't care if you're like, well, there's still like 4 players. Bro, he created a complete different team. I don't care what you say. He changed it 100%. And I don't care if he only, like I said, I don't care if he wins 10 games or however many games, 7 games. I don't care if he wins 7. He did the unthinkable, and people gave him a hard time. And it happened just like he said it was going to happen. You know why? Because, see, there's a difference between bragging and telling the truth. And I try to tell people this all the time. If you're telling the truth, it is not bragging. Okay. Now, if you're being rude and cocky about it, then you're just being rude and cocky. But if you're telling the truth, it's not bragging. And he told the truth, and he said he was going to bring it. He constantly said this. I'm going to bring it. I'm telling you, I'm going to bring it. Y'all need to get ready. He kept saying this, and everybody took it as him being cocky. The reason that he was saying that it's going to happen is because he knew what kind of work was going to have to be put in, and he put the work in. You have to do both. You can't just say you're going to do something and not do it. You have to do it, but you have to put the work in to do it. And he did. And so all these people that were sticking their foot, like, for instance, the very first time that Donald Trump ran for president, I saw everybody on the news, even Nancy Pelosi, he will never be president. As soon as I heard that, I go, he's going to be president. For some reason, when people fight against something so hard, and I'm talking from the very beginning, when people get something, it usually pans out. It usually pans out. And that's because the person that they're fighting against, they know how to put the hard work in, and they know how to bring it alive. Donald Trump has put a lot of hard work in a lot of areas and brought things alive. And when people bring up, oh, well, he's failed a lot too. Oh, well, Deion Sanders has admitted that he's failed a lot. That you're missing the point. It doesn't matter if you ever fail. It's about how you get back up. And Donald Trump has always gotten back up from a failure, and so has Deion Sanders, and so has you who's listening right now. Everybody has a fallback, but you either get back up or you don't. It's your choice. And so they literally, I mean, every media outlet were mocking. Hollywood stars were mocking at Donald Trump, laughing at him. I mean, if you could just go back and look at how bad they talked about him, and guess what? They were all 100%. Every one of them said 100% he's not going to be president, putting their foot in their mouth. This is what I'm talking about. Like, first of all, I don't know Donald Trump personally. So why in the world would I hop on a bandwagon that he's not going to be president unless you're an immature child? Why would you do that? You don't know. How in the world do you know if he's going to be president? And then he becomes president, and they hated him because he made everybody look like an idiot. We're talking about politicians. People who have been politicians for decades. They were all wrong. And they said, oh, this will never happen. And it did happen. So here comes Deion Sanders. Oh, you changed 80% of the roster. This will never happen. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go with this is there. Listen, David wasn't supposed to beat Goliath either. David wasn't supposed to beat Goliath either. So, do yourself a favor, man. When something looks ridiculous, don't be the first one to stick your foot in your mouth. Like, sit back in the shadows and just watch to see what happens. Don't jump on a bandwagon just because everybody else is saying that it's not going to happen. Don't do that. Don't be a fool. Anytime I see something like this, I am not the first to say it is or it's not. I'm the first one to say that God is amazing. And if somebody is focused, and I'm talking laser, pinpoint focused on something, that's part one, right? But the Bible says faith without works is dead. If you put your works towards that, Bubba, you're already at a 50% already. Just that alone, you're already winning already. Now everything else has got to fall into place, so you're going to have to put the hard work in every other direction. But, anytime somebody says, oh, man, I'm going to do this and we're going to do that, bro, why can't they? Because people say, oh, no, that's never happened. Listen, there's always a first time for everything. Always. They said that Usain Bolt would never lose. Well, okay, that don't make any sense. There's a first time for everything. And guess what? He ended up losing. So, this whole idea that just because something hasn't been done, it's never going to be done. That's not true. It is going to somebody is going to put the hard work in to make sure that it gets done. And so these movies that I'm bringing up, I'm telling you, man, Rudy, if you've never seen that movie, Rudy, if you know anything about football, and here's the thing, you don't have to be a professional football player to know what football is. It's so funny to me that they're like, well, you've never played. Bro, I played football since I was a kid all the way through high school. I understand what the grind is. I know what it is. I know what it smells like in the locker rooms. You can smell and I'm telling you, it's a distinct smell. It's way different than a baseball field. Baseball field has a completely different smell. Track meets. I ran track too. I know exactly if you were to blindfold me and take me somewhere and just let me smell it, I could tell you the difference between a football locker room, a track and field area, and a baseball field. They have three distinct smells, and I know them like the back of my hand. Okay, so I know about putting on my pads. I know about my helmet, like some of the buttons not snapping on right, and I'm afraid that my helmet's going to fly off next time I hit somebody. I know about some of my pads not being placed in their pockets right, and I got to offset it, every play until I can go to the sideline and put my pad in there right. I know about all of that. I know about getting hit, getting hurt, hurting someone else, and I'm saying all that to say this. Rudy, the movie Rudy is amazing because this dude, if you just watching the first 10 minutes, bro, you already know this guy is not going to play college football. You just know he's like my size. How tall was Rudy? Dre, do you know? Or does anybody know?
Bro, I'm not. I think I've seen Rudy once,
He's
but
like
it's not one of my
5'3",
favorites like you
5'4".
guys.
I don't know. Well, let's not
He was
guess.
short. He was
I'm
short.
not trying to guess. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm about to say I could just Google it, bro.
Well, okay. I didn't know if someone knew. Sometimes people already know. Let me see. Let me
I would have
see.
thought you would have that one under your belt. Like, he's 5'8", Bubba, just like me, and he made
No,
it to
he's
the NFL.
okay. So, all right. So, look, okay. Rudiger Harbor, a dream to play for Notre Dame. He was 5'6". Okay, so let me say this. Of course, my brother throws in about as tall as Frodo. Samwise Gamgee. Okay,
Samwise.
Samwise, yeah. Okay, so the real Rudy, obviously this movie Rudy is based on a true events. So the real life guy, he's 5'6". Okay, I'm 5'8". So this dude's 2 inches shorter than me, and let's just say his dream is to play for Notre Dame, right? Which is an Ivy League school. And again, if you know anything about football, you can imagine why his family is laughing at him, because he has this dream, and it's like, bro, you're 5'6". It's not going to happen, dude. Like, there was just so much against him that it wasn't going to happen. And that's why inspirational movies are awesome, because it is a proper testimony. It's proper. Okay. I'm telling you, if your testimony has you in tears and you're crying for 30 minutes, you don't understand what a testimony is. That's not your testimony. All that does is prove that Satan is real and he kicked your butt. That's all it does. I'm telling you, your testimony is about what happened after, not how Satan kicked your butt. It's what happened after. That's your testimony. But when your people is focused on being legalistic and sin and life bad, when you're focused on that, that's why your testimony sounds like a horror movie. Something's wrong. Someone is teaching you wrong. That is not, I don't care what you say. I don't care how much you disagree with that. I really don't care. I'm telling you right now, when someone gives a testimony, it is uplifting, it is edifying, and I'm telling you right now, to tell someone, tell me about how hard your life was, and you lie and say, oh, that's so edifying. No. The horror film that you just told for 30 minutes is not edifying at all. The testimony, which is the part where Christ is, that's the testimony. So now if you want to say, hey, you know, my life was hard, or first of all, everybody's life was hard. I don't even know why people waste their time talking about that part. You're not going to meet a person that doesn't have a horror film in their life. It's not going to happen. Okay. Everybody has that. You could talk to an atheist person that's not saved today, and he can make you cry for 30 minutes about his hard life. Okay. We're not here to lift up how good Satan is at his job.
I don't care what anybody says. That testimony is not real.
That's right. That testimony is not real. That is not a testimony. That's a testimony of Satan. You're not supposed to uplift Satan for 30 minutes. Okay. But these movies is a testimony to when someone is focused on something and it brings alive the Bible, regardless if it talks about the Bible or not. Faith without works is dead. That's what these movies are proving, that someone has faith and they put the work in it. So in the movie Rudy, he has to go to like a community college to get his grades back up because, his grades are horrible. So you see him working towards his faith. It's not talking about works of the law. That's not what it means. James is not talking about works of the law. It's talking about doing something towards what you're claiming you have faith in. Well, I have faith that this person's going to get saved. Okay, so you're going to go in your closet, your prayer warrior closet, and pray for that person to be saved every day for 5 years, and you're still wondering why they're not saved? Why don't you take your butt out of that closet and go pray for them? Why don't you go talk to them? You're over here trying to get God to send somebody. You're it. How about that? You're it. You go pray for them. You go talk to them. So
meet me outside. How about that?
The movie Rudy. Yeah. Catch me outside. How about that? But Rudy is an amazing inspiration, amazing story. They got the greatest game with Shia Buff. Forgive me for butchering his name. But that's Remember the Titans. If you haven't seen that, it's kind of similar to. And of course, I'm sure Deion Sanders has a different way to explain what he did. But Remember the Titans was Dre, was the biggest part of that, was a reason that it was hard because there were some race issues or something?
Yeah, it was
the
racism behind it. The black players and the white players, and then that's when they got like the two main linebackers ended up being. They finally, saw the vision, and then the white linebacker got injured. Remember that? And then they all rallied together.
Yeah. And so this guy had to teach them how to see cohesion is huge.
First black coach, I believe. I think Denzel Washington
was that part of it?
Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah,
the white players was like, man, this black dude can't be our coach.
Yeah, and again, I don't remember all the details, but that could have been a part of it. And I'm telling you, you go to war with some guys. I mean, come on, you think my life was perfect when I was at war? No, there's all kinds of problems out there, man. You know, people are mad at this, mad at that. But the cohesion, and again, that's not even easy, because if there's going to be immature people no matter where you go. Okay, period. All right, but I'm telling you, in the midst of a battle, none of that junk matters. Nobody. First of all, let me say this. The whole time I was in the military, I didn't see no form of race. Bro, I never met anybody that cared about none of that. Period. Now, again, I was an infantryman, in the Pogue world, it may be different. I don't know. But I'm telling you, in the midst of all the junk that was going, ain't nobody out there talking about no darn race. Nobody cared. All they cared about is, hey, bro, when we get out there, are you going to shoot back? Or are you just going to sit there? Like, that's all they want to know. They don't care about nothing else. I'm saying all that to say that, remember the Titans, he was Denzel Washington, the character he's playing, he's focused on building cohesion. That's what he's focused on. And once you can get a male, okay, and again, the movie it's a bunch of guys playing football. That's what the movie's about. When you get a male to understand what cohesion is, very quickly you realize skin color doesn't matter then. Because if cohesion's important, then what does that got to do with skin color? It ain't got nothing to do with skin color. So, Remember the Titans was an awesome movie. And there's another one First of all, there's several. What's the one? Have y'all seen the one with Mark Wahlberg? Anybody?
With
No?
Mark Wall, yeah, is that where he
Invincible?
played for the Eagles? Where he played for the
Invincible.
Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, Invincible. Yeah.
Invincible. Yes. Oh my Lord, dude. If you have not seen that movie, Invincible. Yeah, so Mark Wahlberg plays a character. I think is Mark Wahlberg, is he from Boston for real?
Yeah, for
He from
sure.
Boston. Yeah, and I think
Him and that other guy, what's his name?
yeah.
They're best friends. Mark Wahlberg and
And who?
Damon,
Matt
whatever his name,
Damon.
Matt Damon, and the other one that's
Matt
married to
Damon.
And
the one that's married to J Lo, whatever his name is, I can't
Ben
remember his name.
Affleck.
Oh,
Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Affleck. All right. Well,
yeah, they're
anyway,
all.
so Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, so Mark Wahlberg plays in a movie called Invisible, and it's based on true events. I mean, back in the day, the Eagles had not a very good team, and so they opened up a tryout for basic people, just for Joe Blow in the street. And Mark Wahlberg was the character that he's playing is actually a really good athlete. And so he goes and tries out, and one thing at a time just starts working out in his favor. But you could tell it wasn't easy. And I'm telling you, if you haven't seen that movie, Invisible, I know it's on Disney. So these movies are proof that faith without works is dead. I'm telling you, there's people, they give up too soon on something that they're believing for. And you give up too soon on something, you can just kick your own self in the butt because you threw it away yourself, especially if you're allowing people to tell you, oh, well, that's never happened before. That's not going to happen. That just believing that alone, you are failing yourself. It is not true. I tell people all the time, I always respect a person that did everything they could and failed than someone that just said, well, I don't know, that just seems too hard. I have no respect for that kind of person, that they can't even try. I don't even like being around those type of people, that they're so slothy and lazy that they would not even try about something that they want to do. I cannot stand it. It is what I call, in my own words, how do I word that in a way where, we'll just say it's soft, okay, and it's not okay for your belief system to be soft. It's not okay. I don't care. And now, if you choose to be that way, obviously that's the only reason that it is okay, right? Because it's your choice. You have a choice in the matter. Period. You do. So that's true. But I'm telling you right now that, all you're doing is kicking yourself in the butt. That's all man, why do I keep doing that? That's all you're doing. And you know what? It would be
They
better
made
for you
that
to
other
try.
movie with the Kurt Warner story.
What movie?
I forget the name of it, but it's about Kurt Warner's story.
Okay, well, look it up. Let me see. How do I look this up? I think we need to name the movie.
Yeah, let me look.
And
Braveheart's got to be one of them.
Hands
yeah, I think
down.
somebody brought up.
For me, it is.
I think somebody brought up. I'll name those two
American
for obvious
Underdog.
reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me write that down. American Under. And I'm going to go look it up to see if I've seen it before. Talk about it real quick while I'm looking it up.
Just how he
or not.
Yeah, it was just how he basically went from bagging groceries in a grocery store to ending up in like something like kind of like the XFL. I don't know if he was in the XFL or something like it, and then from there he got picked up. Actually, I think
yeah, but what's the inspiration here? I'm not hearing the inspiration. What's the point? Like,
oh, he kept working at it. He wanted to be a quarterback. he wanted to play as a pro quarterback, and so he just kept working at it, and he ended up getting picked up by the Packers practice squad, and then they dropped him. And then he got picked up by the Rams, and it wasn't until the starter got injured that they sent him in, and from the time he went in, he was the surefire starter.
Problem though in his journey, Jordan, like he through when he was with the Packers, he was doubting himself. He always doubted himself, and they saw that, and that's why they dropped him, and he was upset, that that he was like, oh, just give me one more chance and stuff like that, and
Oh,
so
hold on.
like,
Let's look. Hold on. Let me back up. Let me back up real quick. How old was he when something finally started happening? I think that's the point that's important here. How old was he?
I want to say it was 1999.
No, not the year.
No, I know,
not the year.
I know. I'm just saying what year it was when it happened. So that was we'd have to find the age. You'd want to see how old he was at 1999.
Yeah. So, well, I guess I'll just look it up.
His rookie year.
He was 28 when he finally started.
Okay, so the reason why I'm saying that is because Rudy, obviously, he was in his 20s when he finally started playing for Notre Dame. The greatest game, Shallow Buff, like he already had given up a couple of times because, his dad needed him to help with the family business. Remember the Titans? I think me and Dre already went over that. Invisible, and this is important. I should have brought this up. Mark Wahlberg, the character he's playing, he's like 35, or like he's mid 30s or 40. So I didn't paint a picture there, but obviously, man, this dude's been out of the. He's been out of like NFL eyesight for 20. Well, okay, well, whatever. He's 30. I mean, clearly. They even bring it up in the movie, like, bro, you're in your 30s. Like, what? Like, it's just, you haven't been playing for anybody, college, like, what's going on? So, American Underdog, I've never seen it. I'm glad you brought that up. It looks like it came out in 2021, so it just came out a couple of years ago. And ladies, forgive me, maybe it's because the majority of the movies that they make about these things just happen to be about guys' sports. So obviously,
Miracle's another amazing video.
Is that the hockey one?
Yeah, buddy.
Is that about the American?
Yep, yeah, 1980s Olympic Games when they're on the ice and he's like, again! And then they go back and forth, again!
Yeah. Yeah. No, I haven't. I think I've seen Miracle, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's definitely worth watching. What did y'all bring? Oh,
Cool Runnings, bro. Jamaicans doing bobsled.
Oh,
bro.
dude,
Crazy.
yes, 100%. If you haven't seen Cool Runnings, man, even though it's a comedy, it is still based on true events. Jamaica bobsled team. It's a fact. It happened. They man, that's an awesome movie. And you know what? It's not even about just the inspiration. Like it's actually a funny movie. It's really is that John Candy? I think John Candy is the coach.
He's the coach.
In the movie.
Well,
Yeah.
there is
Cool.
King Richard about the Williams sisters. So there is one about women.
What is that
Serena
about?
and Venus Williams.
Oh yeah, King Richard was.
What is it called? What is it called?
King Richard.
Okay, is that Will Smith?
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw that. That's actually a good movie. I'll tell you one part, and I'm gonna tell you, I agree with him 100. I would have done the same. Let me say this, Dre. I would have done it the same. I am not kidding you. I would have done the same thing he did. Listen, you know how many people stuck their foot in their mouth about what he was doing? I mean, dude, here we go again. My phrase, sticking your foot in your mouth, I say it a lot to people that I know stick their foot in their mouth a lot. I could tell. They jump bandwagons. What ends up happening is you start getting bitter because you caught yourself jumping on a bandwagon. Like, for instance, the people that hate Trump right now, every one of them were one of those people that was like, it'll never happen. And when it did, they looked like a moron. And what ended up happening is they're like, well, let's put him in jail. They don't even realize what they're doing. You are so fixated on how you embarrassed yourself by sticking your foot in your mouth. They're still doing it right now. And now people are saying, he's still not going to be president. Look, first of all, what does it matter to you? If you really think about it, who cares? Right? Like, whether Trump goes to prison, becomes president, or just stops altogether, every one of our lives are going to continue. Why do you allow something like this to literally turn you into a monster that you never would have been if you'd have just not stuck your foot in your mouth the way you did? It's not hard. Stop acting like, like, for instance, the argument about the sphere earth, the round earth, the flat earth. Nobody here has been up in the sky. Don't sit here and bring up Bible verses and say, well, the reason that the earth is flat. You sound like a fool. You sound like a fool for real. To sit here and say for a fact whether it's spinning or all, you don't know nothing. Stop lying. You don't know. What you're doing is you're listening to everybody else. First of all, the everybody else that I'm referring to, they've never been up in a spaceship looking around either. So let's say you go find someone and he's like, no, I've been up there. I don't care if he says it's round or it says it's round, flat, whatever. We got one person in the room. Let's say there's 200 of us in a room and one person is claiming that they saw it. It's not enough for me. I'm not going to say what they're saying is true or not. What I'm going to say is it's still not enough. The truth is, I don't care. I don't care if it's round, flat. I really don't give a darn. I know what? It ain't worth me sticking my foot in my mouth and claiming I know something that I don't. I don't know if it's round or flat. I've never been up there. So that means I have to choose a side. That's all it means. I have to choose a side. And how do you choose how do you choose a side when you haven't seen it for yourself? Here we go again, just sticking your foot in your mouth. So, you'll hear me. I don't say it a whole lot on the live, but I say it enough. But, sorry, I'm getting distracted. What?
Clay said, "You think the Earth is flat?"
He said,
Do what?
He said he's pleading the fifth. He thinks it's flat.
That's funny.
The comments.
Hilarious, bro.
Oh, in the comments. Yeah, but anyway, so the movie with the movie King Richard, this guy took his girls to go play tennis, and he literally would get people in the area to call them names that he believed that people would call them. Believe it. I don't believe it happened as frequent as some people will say, but that's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The point is, he was trying to prepare them just in case that some idiot went out there and started using any words that they could to take these girls away from a truth that the father could already see, that his girls could be great at a sport. But again, faith without works is dead. You can sit there and say that your kids are going to do something great, but if you're not out there working with them, or at least getting someone that's familiar with the sport or whatever it is and work with them, how in the world do you think they're going to get good at that sport? Where's the works towards the faith here? If you're saying they're going to be professional athletes, let's just say tennis, because we're talking about the movie King Richard. If they're going to be professional athletes at tennis, don't you think that they need to be on the court a lot? Don't you think that? Or do you think that 30 minutes once a week is just enough? Who's teaching you this? Where are you getting the idea that 30 minutes a week is enough? I'm telling you right now, it's not enough. Now, if you just want them to go have fun and, be the kid that everybody picks on, then fine. Then they just go to practice once a week, go to the game, and then they suck. They're not any good at the game. And you don't understand why nobody cheers your kid on. Nobody cheers your kid on. There's nothing to cheer. You need to quit lying to yourself. This stuff is what hurts people. Stop lying. Look, if you want your kids just to have fun, go take them to underwater basket weaving. Go take them to paint. Okay. If you want your kid to have real fun in a sport, they better be decent at it, which means that you need to get your lazy butt up or go pay someone that knows what they're doing to help your kid get better at that sport. First of all, let me say this. How dare you throw your kid out there and embarrass them like that and yourself in front of everybody? Stop doing that to people. Stop taking your kid and just throwing them on a team and you're like, no, we're just here to have fun. Listen. Your kid is the one that's going to have to deal with the embarrassment of not being good at the sport. So what you think your kid's having fun, they're not having fun. That's why a lot of kids quit, because they're no good. You know why they're no good? Because you don't care to make them good. That's why they're no good. So if you got someone in your family, I don't care if it's your brother, sister, whoever, if they got kids, you might want to give pep talk. And if they don't want to listen, well, then, hey, you've done your diligence. But there's nothing wrong to try.
Real talk, try. It takes
Yeah.
a lot of work. If your kid is an athlete and you believe in them, it takes a lot of work, man, because you got to be out there with them. My son used to jump 1,000 jumpers a day, bro, and I used to just be up there catching 1,000 jumpers every day, making sure that his mechanics is right, making sure that his elbow was all the way up, making sure that he was jumping. And it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work. And if your kids are really that good and you believe in them, man, spend the time with them, man. And they'll never ever forget that, by the way. Your kids will always remember that. Whether they go pro or not, they're always going to remember those times with you and with them and dad.
Yeah, and you know, if you just happen to be one of those parents, and I'm, you know, come on, we're all adults here. You know, if you suck as a parent, I'm just going to be straight up with you. If you suck as a parent, and I'm talking about in the sports area, oh my Lord, at least get them to watch these movies, okay? Like sit down with them, let them watch the movie, and pay attention yourself, and look how faith and works have to come together in order for something to happen. Okay, so any one of the movies that I've brought up so far, go look it up. And I'm telling you, all the ones that we've brought up, I've seen all of them except for American Underdog, which I need to go see that. But I will say King Richard, there is some hard parts in there, but you're the parent, so you do what you want.
Phone call.
You better stop talking about that flat Earth, boy. They'll get you.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. Look, all I'm saying is, you know, get your kid to watch these movies. You know, stop allowing your kid to play on their freaking swipe phone or iPad, and they ain't learning a darn thing. At least put one of these movies in front of them so they can understand what being inspired is. Okay, I mean, golly, do something for them. You know, this whole thing where just every day you're just waking up, going to sleep, going to work, waking up, going. I mean, there's got to be a point where it clicks in your head that, hey, there's got to be something else for my kid to do with their time. Allow them to utilize their time wisely. And so even if it's one of these movies every once in a while, something, you know, get their mind working.
Try
like
your
I said,
boss is in the room.
Oh my
Your
Lord,
boss
have
just
mercy.
came in the room.
Uh-oh. Let me see. I know it. I seen it. Yeah, well, so if it's not you that knows how to inspire your kid, then watch one of these movies and talk to them. Ask them questions about the movie. Say, hey, what did you learn? Or stop it after 30 minutes, you know, tell them take a potty break and say, hey, what do you think right now? You might have a kid that says, I want to be like Rudy. And you might, why? What do you want to do? They may not even want to play football. But the one thing that they probably picked up on is how he didn't give up. Kids are smarter than you think, man. They'll pick up on some of this stuff. And, you know, and I tell you, the sooner you get your kid to understand what grit is, the sooner you can get them to understand what that is, I'm telling you, it's like teaching a kid how to swim. If you want to call the world an ocean or a big lake, whatever you want to call it, a big body of water, if you want their head to stay afloat no matter where they are geographically, no matter where they are, then you need to teach them grit as soon as you can. Okay. I think Ryan Net sent me a video of it looked like an 8-year-old boy outside doing yard work. And I mean, bro, he was like, I mean, you should hear the argument that he's given his mother. Most parents would have given in and said, okay, honey, go back inside. I'm telling you. But this kid, I mean, like a politician, was trying to explain to the mother why he should not be. I mean, first of all, you should see how he's dressed. He's not dressed for yard work anyway. It's kind of like he came from dad's. Maybe let's just say mom and dad are divorced, but this is what it looked like. You know, he comes from dad. Looked like at his dad's house, he's probably got a maid. You know, he just got off his iPad, his iPhone all day, if not all week. You know, I mean, boy, his hair, boy, looked like he's a little model, the little dude. Boy, he's out there and he's holding a pitchfork. He's got this, and he's like, Mom, you don't understand. And his sister's right there next to him working, but she's older. She's probably like 12 or 13, giving him a hard time. But he's like, you don't understand. And then he starts like not hitting his chest really hard, but you could tell him he's being a little dramatic because he's kind of poking his chest just a little hard. And he's like, you don't understand how I feel. And when he said the word feelings, I'm telling you, it looked like he was like, oh, man, how come I haven't used this before? And he's like, you don't understand how I feel. He looks at his mom. How I feel, Mom, how I feel. And I'm thinking, oh, my Lord, she waited too long. If you are waiting until your kid is 8, 9, 10 years old to start learning grit, oh, it is about to be hard. You waited too long. You better put a pitchfork or something in your kid's hand as soon as they can hold one. They need to already understand what hard work is, what a goal is, what dedication is, not belly, game, food. No. You're feeding the wrong God. You're feeding the wrong God. God needs to be worshiped and looked at. Okay. So, and I don't mean teach your kids penance and tell them to get on their knees and pray. No. I'm saying that they need to start understanding that their physical belly is not the ruler. And when your physical belly, which is your will, your feelings, when that becomes your ruler, your 8-year-old kid will act just like this dude. He was like, no, Mom, why? Why am I doing that? He doesn't even understand work. He's like, why? And some people say, he's only 8. I'm telling you right now, you better start as soon as you can.
My kids, all my kids, now it's Levi, he's the youngest one. When we go grocery shopping, bro, I don't care if it's a loaf of bread. You bringing something inside. You understand me? Like, you're going to bring something inside. You're not just going to walk in the crib like nothing, like you don't have no responsibilities with a sippy cup. Nah, you're going to hold the sippy cup in one hand, you're going to hold this bread in the other hand, and you're going to help everybody bring stuff in. And you're going to go back out and grab another piece of bread. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to learn to, like, contribute. Everybody has to contribute. Everybody has to carry their load. When you train them that way as they get older, then it's a lot easier. Like you said, if you're waiting till they're 8 years old to do anything, bro, nah. Like, Levi has to go outside. We got to go get eggs. You know, you got responsibilities. You got to feed the dogs. We got things to do. You hear me? Like, it ain't no sitting at home watching. Nah, bro, that's not how that works. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and you know, not only that, like, you know, you have a kid, regardless if it's a boy or girl. What kind of spouse do you want? The other person that decides to marry your little hooligan, what are you giving away, man? Do you want someone to be proud of your spouse, of your husband or daughter that you're giving away? Do you want them to be proud of what they have, or not? I mean, I don't understand people today. You know, you have to put in the work for your kid to get out of this greenness, if you will. You know, you got people still green behind the ears at age 40. I can't stand it, dude. When I meet someone and they're like 30 something years old, 40, and they're real green behind the ears, I'm like, what happened? What is wrong here? Now, again, don't misunderstand. I'm not pointing the finger at the person or the parent. I'm pointing the finger at the issue. Like, what happened? Why do you not already understand this? And and that's when you step in for the other person and say, hey, look, let me show you how to work this out. And that's no problem, because we all have to do it somewhere in life. Somewhere somebody's going to have to show you something that you didn't pick up when you were younger. That's no problem. But that's why we're talking about some of these movies. When Dre sent me that list of those movies, I was like, bro, man, why have we not like really kind of dug down in some of the inspiring movies? These things are made. Yes, I understand that Mark Wahlberg and some, Rudy, the movie Rudy, some of these people made money off these movies. I get it. I'm with you. I understand, but I'm telling you, it's at least another tool for you to grasp on to yourself and become inspired. And maybe you are going to be the underwater basket weaving, princess of 2025 or whatever. Maybe so. Get inspired to do something, or if it's just for your kids, teach your kids to be inspired, and use any tool that you can that's going to be relevant to that subject. I think there was another movie that somebody, let me say this real quick. It was Gladiator. And I don't have the other one. There was another movie y'all said.
Braveheart.
Oh yeah, Braveheart. Yeah. Okay. So obviously these are. So Gladiator is. What's the guy's name that plays Gladiator?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah. So that's Russell Crowe, and then Braveheart is.
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, yeah. And
I love Braveheart, bro. Oh my god, I love Braveheart.
Yeah, so Braveheart, man, that both of the movies. Now, again, obviously, this is about war, and so it's, it's not the sport. The sport is sports were created because of war, right? So a lot of people don't know that, but that's the truth. That's the facts. War was and still is obviously a part of our life, and it's never going to stop until that one great, awesome, amazing day, whatever you want to call that. You call it whatever you want. I'm not going to argue about it. Put your red pens down. I don't care. I don't care what you call it.
Then we'll all play Quidditch in the clouds, bro.
That's right, Quidditch. Yeah, but Gladiator, Braveheart. Man, I had another one on the tip of my tongue. I think somebody said it in the comments. What, Dre? What's up?
I'm just laughing at you, bro. I can imagine you up on that glorious day screaming, Yahtzee!
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna say, hey, who wants to argue? Anybody want to argue about what happened? Anybody? You're still gonna have goofballs still arguing to that day. Like, oh my god,
that just makes me.
That's what Trump's talking about, Trinity versus oneness. When the answer is already there.
Oh my lord.
That just makes me think of a scary movie when the guy's yelling Yahtzee and he jumps up and hits his head and knocks himself out every time.
Go. Yeah. The Patriot. That's what the Patriot. If you've not seen The Patriot with Mel Gibson,
that's a great movie.
Yeah.
John Cusack.
Oh, you know what's a good movie too, Trot? The war movie where we talked about this before. I can't remember the name of it, but it's where the guy refuses to have a weapon, bro, and he like saves his whole unit basically without one rifle, and because he's a diehard Christian, he's like, I'm not killing anybody. He's like, I'm not gonna unalive nobody.
Yeah, what?
I can't remember the name of that.
Does anybody know the name of that movie?
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. Yep, that one is a very, very good movie. If you haven't seen it, highly recommend it.
Yeah, so I think somebody brought this up one time. Was this guy a medic? What was his job?
Medic.
Was he a medic? I thought
he started the whole medic thing. There was no medics.
Well, let's not guess. I don't want to guess at it. So if somebody can look it up and find out what his job was, because that is important. So let's not make it something. It has to be he. Now again, I know I've seen the movie, but I think I seen it when it first came out, and I don't recall Because this is the one you're talking about that he kept climbing that hill and getting more people coming down that road, Dre? Or is that not it?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, no, that's the one. That's the one. Yep, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Hey, what's up, Jesus Saves? I'm hoping your conversation is relevant to the discussion right now.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing amazing. How long have you been on the live right now?
I just got on here.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah, about movies. About
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because sometimes people come up and they want to talk about sticks in the ground, and I'm like, bro, we're not talking about taking worms and putting sticks in there, and I just don't want to get off topic. So no offense to you. I was just making sure. What's up, man? What's on your mind?
No, I had a dream. I want to know if you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I want to know if you're able to hear it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, does anybody know? Do you know anybody on the panel? Does anybody know this dude? Hello. I don't know why everybody's quiet all of a sudden.
I think so.
Yeah,
know him.
I think I have seen him before. Yeah, I think I have seen him. That's why I brought him up. I thought Jesus Saves was. I've seen him before. I think if it's the same one, because that's not a uncommon name, but I think he's been here before.
Well, I mean,
Hey, Jesus Saves. Have you ever been on this live before with us?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you this. And I'm being like I said, it's an honest question. Like, why would you come on this live asking about a dream you had?
Well, I like to share my testimony about the dream.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me say this, man. Look, it's 9:40.
I think I'm confusing him. That's my bad, Try. I think I confused
That's all
him
right.
with Christ.
That's all right. Hey,
It's a buddy of mine
yeah,
named
Jesus
Christ.
Saves. Hey, man, we get off at 10, so in about 20 minutes we're going to be off. So if you want to come tomorrow, we start at 7:30. You can come in the morning and we could talk about it then. But right now we're going to finish out discussing what we're what we're discussing right now, and then hop off around 10 o'clock. So, you can come on tomorrow if you really want to share your testimony that bad. You can come on tomorrow morning, and we're not going to have a problem talking about it then. So 7:30.
I'm sorry.
What?
Well, I could wait. It's okay. I could wait.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. So yeah, just wait. We'll just talk about it tomorrow. Again, bro, we get off in 15 minutes. So I don't think that's going to do you a service, nor anybody here when we're getting ready to hop off. It'd just be a little out of order. I'm trying not to stay past 10 o'clock. So if you want to come tomorrow morning, we start at 7:30. So 7:30, 8 o'clock. If you want to hop on around then that'd be fine. Just last 15 minutes. That's probably not going to do your testimony any good. So we'll see you in the morning. Hey, you're invited, bro. Come tomorrow morning. Can't wait to hear it.
Okay. Remember, God wants us to wait. God always wants us to wait. Just to let you know. But,
okay.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me, and I hope your day gets better.
Oh, my day's amazing already, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.
Okay.
Can't get any better. Remember, when you're saved, it can't get any better. So, anyway, yeah, Hacksaw Ridge. Hacksaw Ridge. I do remember seeing that, man. Did anybody find out what the job of that person was?
So he was a medic, but he didn't like the title conscientious objector or whatever. But he was a medic.
Okay, so he was a medic. Okay, yeah. So he wasn't, and that's the thing. I don't recall him being an infantryman. So let me tell you why that's important. Because if his job was an infantryman, right, then it's a little more profound for an infantryman to say, I am not going to unalive anybody. Okay, so but if he was a medic, then it's like, hey, I'm only here to give life, not to take it. And the argument would be a little more understood in that perspective. But if he was an infantryman, it would be even more phenomenal on what happened, because it's so contrary to what your job is. But medics today, typically they carry a sidearm. Okay. And we all know you don't have to understand this 100%, but just to give you the spiel, a little bit. The sidearm is not really about being part of combat. It's just there if they have to defend themselves. So it's not like their objective is to jump in the flanks and start. I don't think he was a medic. Okay. Well, let me say this. I don't know what he was, and that's why I'm asking. So here we go again. So we still not clear what he is. So Leanne Venetia says, I don't think he was a medic. Okay, so
I'm gonna watch the movie today. I'm gonna watch the movie and I'll give you a book report tomorrow.
So there's no way to know right now whether he was what his job was.
I can look it up. I thought he got drafted, bro.
I just looked it up.
Jordan, what did you read that's making you believe he was a medic?
So I was reading the National World War II Museum.
Okay.
Article that was talking about him being private first class. He was a medic.
Okay, what branch of service was he in?
I'll have to jump the screen. Hold on.
Leanne Venetia, do you know what his job was? Or are you just saying you don't think he was a medic? So let me say something, Leanne. I don't know if you know any.
He was drafted, bro. He was drafted. Just how I thought. He didn't choose to go into the military. He got drafted into the military.
To what branch? To what branch
did
he get drafted in?
He was in the Army.
Okay, so all right. So listen. So if he was in the Army, which it would be the same for Marines, you need to find out what his MOS was. Let's make this very simple. Find out what the guy's name was in real life. What was his real name? Type his name in and put what was his MOS. And it's going to tell you what his MOS was. And then you go look up what that MOS means, and it's going to tell you what his job is. I mean, it's really not hard. You just got to know how to finagle the system there. But I looked it up. He was a combat medic. Okay, so if that is true, and I still don't know, but if he was a combat medic, all that means is he's a medic that walks around with infantry soldiers. So let me explain what a combat medic, and I'm doing it based on what I know. I don't believe he was a special forces combat medic. I believe he was with a large group of men. And the reason why I say that is because he saved so many men. So if he saved, 20 guys, the only way that's possible is he's with the whole platoon of like 30, 40 people, maybe even 50. I don't know the circumstance. But just so y'all know, I don't know. That's why I'm asking these questions. I do recall seeing the movie. I think I saw it when it first came out. And I really don't like watching too many war movies. It's just me. It's just my thing. But if it's true that he was a combat medic, let me explain what that is. Okay. A combat medic is a medic. Do you understand? Just because the name combat is in front of medic doesn't mean they're trained like an infantryman. That's not what that means. It means that this medic is going to be with infantrymen in case they are, badly injured. His job is to stop the bleeding. That's what his main job is.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on, let me finish it real quick. So he doesn't have a rifle. These guys are not given rifles, and they're part of the team that's kicking indoors. They're not doing all that. What they're doing is they're sitting back and they're waiting to hear a scream, which normally the scream is going to be medic. And then the medic goes to where the screaming is and to help sustain this person, stop the bleeding or whatever it may be. And then they move from person to person. So if you don't understand the difference between a medic and a combat medic, medics are stationed like in a hospital, or they can be in the area where combat is, but they're like a few miles away from the actual combat, and they're waiting for soldiers to come to them. And then you have a combat medic. He's out there with them, but he's not out there with them kicking in doors and like taking putting himself on the line or a stack team and shooting with rifles. That's not the main objective. Now, does that happen sometimes? Well, yeah, of course, because some of the combat medics are like, hey, I want to play. And then so it is what it is. They're not supposed to, but it does happen. Okay, that sometimes medics are, but you have to understand they're not trained to do that. That's not their job, or is it their objective? They are not an infantryman. They don't go to infantry school. Now, some combat medics can go to some extra training. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a straight basic combat medic. They just got out of AIT. That person is not trained to go to war and do everything the infantrymen are doing. They're trained to save lives. So if that's true that the person is a combat medic, then we'll see. And I mean, we can probably talk about it tomorrow just to clarify. I want to go look. I want to go read what Jordan was reading too. Not right now, but Dre, I'm sorry. I just wanted to finish that. What were you going to say?
Yeah, it looks like he was drafted and he was offered a deferment, but he chose to go to the military anyways. So he was infantry, but then when he refused to carry the weapon, they made him a medic. But he was initially a part of it.
Hold on. So what do you mean he was? In order for him to be infantry, he had to go to infantry school. So if he didn't go to infantry school, he wasn't infantry.
Yes, he was infantry, bro. But if you watch the movie, when he was in boot camp, he refused to carry an infantry school. He refused to have a gun, and that's when
so what
they
happened?
made him a medic.
Okay. So here's my question then. Did he finish infantry school? That's the question.
I don't remember the movie to the top of my completely, but
Yeah,
if I recall correctly, he didn't finish infantry school because he refused to carry the weapon.
Okay. So then he was never an infantryman. So what happened is they were trying to make him one, and he didn't want to be one. That's what it sounds like. But I don't know. I'm going to go watch the movie too, because it is important. I'm telling you, it is so important to understand what the person was trained to do, because if people are trying to make it out that he was a fully trained infantryman, but he refused to shoot anybody, and it changes the story because it's no longer true. So I don't know. I do not recall, and I know I've seen this movie. Let me see if I pull it up. And maybe I haven't, dude. I feel like I have, though, man. What is it called again, Dre?
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge. Man, I want to say. Or maybe I saw some of it and I wasn't able to finish it. Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Oh, yeah, I recognize that actor. Man, I know I've seen this movie. Well, either way, I'm gonna have to go watch that. There was another movie I was gonna bring up, so we'll go over that tomorrow. Okay, let me see. Leanne Venetia. Yeah, I don't think he was fully trained. Yeah, just remember, if he did not complete infantry training, he was not an infantryman. Period. That's the whole point. So if he's like, I'm not going to do this, and they're like, fine, make him a medic. Okay, well then, did he finish medic school? Yeah. Okay, well then that's what his job was. We just have to tell the truth of the story, because I do not recall. Unbroken is another good film. What is Unbroken about? Let me see.
Yeah, that's a good one too, bro.
Prisoner of War.
What is that about?
Yeah. It's like a prisoner of war that refuses to basically give up on being rescued, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Went through a lot. I believe that was what war was that, Jordan? Was it Asians? I want to say it was World War II as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was held by the Japanese, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah.
So it's a prisoner of war movie. And again, that comes down to grit, man. There's a lot of people that were prisoner at war, and they literally just like gave up. There's some sad stories of that too. But for this movie to be called Unbroken, this person understood grit. Period.
Your boy had grit. The one that ran for president. What's his name? He was a prisoner of war, wasn't he?
Who?
He passed away. What was his name? John?
Oh, you're talking about McCain?
McCain, yeah, John McCain. Yeah, he couldn't stand Trump, boy.
Yeah. When it comes to politics, though, there's always going to be differences. There's people that's been to war, saw a lot of combat. John McCain. It's not like he was an infantryman kicking indoors. Was he a pilot? I think he was a downed pilot.
Yeah, is
that true?
Yeah, he was a pilot. He was a POW. They tried to release him, but he chose to stay with the rest of his guys. His dad was a congressman or something, so they was pulling strings to get him home, but he chose to stay with the rest of his guys, so everybody was free. So he was at least that's the story.
Yeah, and Trump, he's so funny. People all this time. Here's what's funny to me. How has it been all this time? And there's so many people that still don't understand Trump. It is so hilarious. It is so funny to me. So McCain running for president? He was when Trump was running.
Lost. He lost.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was running.
yeah.
He was running against
Trump. So
Obama, I
Trump
think,
said.
wasn't he?
I don't know, but either way, Trump made a comment. I don't recall all the facts, but I do remember this, that Trump's like, you got to understand the purpose of this. If you don't, man, you're missing it. So, McCain is running for office. Okay. And so let me tell you, if you've never ran for office, then it's hard to understand, this, but running for office is no joke. There's stuff going to come out of the woodworks about you that you thought was locked up, your skeletons in your closet. I don't care what it is. You used to bite your fingernails when you were 6. It's coming out, period. And everybody has skeletons in the closet. It's just some people know how to discuss them and other people's don't. They're afraid. Let me tell you that you're not supposed to be afraid of the junk in your closet. I don't know why people are so scared of things that happen in their past. Listen, it's never good to be afraid of things in your past. If you don't know how to push forward, then you'll always be afraid what's back there. I don't know how many times we got to go over King David. Horrible story, man. I don't know how many times we got to go over it. Such a horrible story. Does anybody focus on that? No, they focused that he was King David. This really is not hard. You were supposed to focus on what's in front of you, not all this other jazz. But again, you get sucked into the world and they make you believe that you're supposed to go around focusing on everybody's past. If that's what we're supposed to do, then the Bible's nothing but a sad story. Is that what we're supposed to focus on in the Bible? People will tell you no. Then why do you do it to people in this world? You know why? Because you're still not getting it. So Trump says, "Oh, John McCain," he's like, "Didn't he get captured?" He goes, "I kind of like soldiers that don't get captured." If you don't understand why he is making comments like that, oh man, you are missing it. He's not trying to be mean. He's not trying to be hateful. He is picking on a political opponent. Period. The end. Donald Trump is a mastermind when it comes to politics. He knows what to say to get under somebody's skin, how to mess with them, and any publicity is good publicity. So if you still ain't figured it out, that like 75% of stuff that Donald Trump says and does, he does it just so he can put his face on the TV again. And these media people still don't get it. I mean, I don't know how long is it going to take you to get why he says. I mean, you know what? For the longest, I'm like, well, I'm not going to say nothing. But I'm telling you, you could tell them this truth to your face. They're not going to believe it. They're going to believe that he's just mean man and he goes out being mean. It's like, no, bro. No, he wants his face on the TV and your goofy butts keep putting him up there. And it's just making the other side hate him even more because they're believing these stories rather than understanding he's just doing it just to get his face on the screen. Oh, man, wow. You want to talk about having a good laugh? Man, that is too much. But let's see. Let's see. Well, guys, it is already 10. Does anybody got anything to say on the panel? Anybody? All right. So
I'm good to go.
Obviously, we didn't. Okay. So obviously, we didn't dive into a whole lot of Bible, but I did think it was when Dre sent that picture, it just clicked in my head like, man, why have we not went over a bunch of these movies? Oh, go ahead.
Let me ask the question I asked you via text. Do you think can I ask that on the panel real quick? See what everybody comes up with.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on.
Wait, who? Who'd you ask?
I asked Trot this question last night,
okay.
And he nailed it. I was like, "Yo, this dude's good, man. I'm not gonna lie."
Oh, okay, yeah. No, hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, dude. Absolutely.
So the question is, what is Well, hold on. Let me look at the question. Do you remember the question exactly how I wrote it? I can't. I got to look at my other phone. It's like, what is
Uh,
glorious?
uh,
What is the glory? Yeah, that's what it is. What is the glory of
now
everything?
hold on. Let me read it though. Give me.
It's a biblical question, by the way, guys.
No, you asked me what is the glory of all lands. That's what you asked
Yes,
me.
yes. What is the glory of all lands?
All right, everybody got 10 seconds. Ready, go.
I defer my time to Jesse.
Same.
Well, it doesn't matter. You all get 10 seconds.
Oh,
So,
Jesse, what's the glory of all lands?
Jesse?
all right, 10 seconds is up.
Oh,
10 seconds is
10
up. That's
seconds.
it. Now what's going to happen is everybody's going to act like they didn't hear the question. Can you repeat the question? Yeah. So anyway, Benny got it
When he
right.
says milk and honey.
Yep, Ben, you got
Yeah.
it right.
So anytime you're talking about any, Mike says Jesus. Yeah. Well, obviously Jesus is always the answer, right? But so it's the question he asked, what is the glory of all land? If you are familiar with the Bible, there are two words that are going to stick out: glory and land. Okay, and there's only one thing that's the glory of God. The glory of God we know is Christ, and Christ is the promised land. So if Christ is the promised land, there's only something about him that's making him glorious, and it's the land that flows of what? Milk and honey. So the glory of all land is milk and honey. But if you're not familiar with the Bible, you're not going to see it that way. You're just not. You may guess and get it right, but you're not going to see it for what it is. And I'll add this, but I think I gave you two answers. I told Dre,
Yeah,
I said milk and honey and
redemption.
redemption. And so, the reason why I threw redemption out there is because the only way that a land can be glorious is if it's redeemed through Christ. So I threw both of those out there, but again, it still points to the same thing. But he threw a verse at me. Now, again, I don't have all the verses memorized, but when I dove in head first into this, one thing I understood very quickly is the longer I stayed in it, the more I got. So that's one thing that it just stuck out, man. The longer I stayed in there, the more I understood, and it stuck out a lot more. And the land, anything in the Bible that's talking about land, soil, whether it be desolate or pleasant or whatever, once all that was pretty much understood, dude, the rest of the Bible just falls into place. And so there was a guy that came up here one day, I don't remember who it is, but he was like, hey, man, he said, I like how you're talking about the basic stuff in the Bible. And I was like, basic? And I said, really? So I started asking him questions. He's like, well, I don't know. I said, bro, if everything that I was talking about was basic, there wouldn't be people that's been reading the Bible for 20, 30 years and my DMs asking me questions. So I was like, on the contrary, actually, a lot of stuff I talk about ain't basic at all. Now, it should be learned when a Christian becomes saved 100%. But I'm telling you, when it comes to the lands in the Bible, man, that is not basic. It's not basic stuff. That's why you have a lot of people from certain denominations that are scared to even talk about lands and things of that nature because they feel that it's taking them off of something that they already believe. But it's a truth. It's a truth 100%. Yeah. Hey, Dre, what made you bring that up? I don't think I asked. Why'd you ask that question yesterday?
Oh, I was just reading. I was cutting thousands of acres of land. It felt like yesterday, and I was listening to Ezekiel the whole time, and I'm sitting there stopping every 5 seconds just to highlight and look at stuff. And I know exactly the spot where I was when I was cutting the corner, and I heard him say, "And the land that flows milk and honey is the glory of all lands is milk and honey." I was like, "Arr!" I had to stop the lawnmower. I was like, wait a second.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
It's like, hold on a
yo.
second.
Oh, he says a lot
Yeah.
of stuff in Ezekiel, bro. It's a lot. Listen, there's 25 men in Ezekiel that give their back to the east. and I had to stop for a second. I was like, "Yo, did he just say that?"
Yeah.
There's 25
Yeah,
men that
bro.
give their back to the East, and if you know what giving your back to something is, then
Yeah.
they're basically cursing God. In other words, and I was like, "Yo, there's so much in these." I had to go back and like listen, and I was kept stopping, and I was like, "It's a lot. The
Yeah. And let me tell you,
imagination is in there. It's crazy."
yeah. And I'll tell you this, man. Oh my Lord, dude.
What
Okay.
I need to
So,
know, what I need to know, Try, is
yeah.
how the glory of God is in the wheels. That has me spinning, bro. I'm like, yo, what the heck? I gotta like look at the Hebrew words and figure it out. But he does talk about like the tire on your head, which is like
Yeah.
the decoration on your head, and it's a lot in there, bro. It's a lot. It's so much in
Oh,
there.
I
I was
know.
like, yo,
And,
it's
and
crazy.
let me just say, and let me just say this, man. So you got Daniel, you got Ezekiel. When a lot of things in Daniel and Ezekiel are understood, bro, that is when you hop into Revelation. So when people say, well, I disagree, I always ask them, oh, so you've already read Revelation and you've already studied it? And they're like, yeah. So they don't want to admit they made a mistake. That's why they disagree. It's so easy. No, I disagree. I know you disagree, but I'm sitting there telling you that if shadows of Christ through its entirety of the Old Testament, if the shadows of Christ are not dug up, I'm telling you right now, Daniel and Ezekiel's not going to make any sense. And if Daniel and Ezekiel's not making any sense, you are not going to force revelation. Let me tell you something. You're not going to force the Spirit to teach you revelation when where's the faith and works at? I'm telling you, faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world that God is going to help reveal to you the whole book of Revelation, but you're too hard-headed and stubborn to go find Jesus in the Old Testament, which is the works, which is the process of understanding Revelation. And
Yeah,
so
I
here
was
we
reading,
go.
I
Here
was
we go
listening to that
again.
stuff. I'm telling you, bro, if you can't explain like the dung, like why they were making bread with dung, like, bro, you have no business talking about
Oh,
Trinity,
yeah.
bro. You have no
Dre,
business
if
talking
you
about
No.
Trinity.
Again, there's so much, man. So, I'm telling you, shadows of Christ in the Old Testament, you need to go find 100 of them. If you ain't found 100 of them, then you haven't found the shadows, okay? I'm sorry, you haven't. If you don't do that, you're not going to understand Daniel. It's funny, or Ezekiel, either one. I'm talking about both. It's funny how you talk to someone that are either Daniel or Ezekiel experts, and you're like, hey, show me Christ in the Old Testament. They show you 5. And it's like, brother, you're like, okay, so what are you saying this is talking about in Daniel? So they'll say, well, in Daniel and Ezekiel, it's talking about this. And then they go to Revelation. I'm like, bro, the only reason why you see it that way is because you are not seeing Christ in the Old Testament in its entirety. It is the foundation that everything else is laid upon. Everything. And I'm talking about Daniel, Ezekiel, and you may be able to cross-reference things from Daniel to Ezekiel to Revelation, but it's not open to you. The meaning of it is not opened. It's not, because you're lacking something. And I keep trying to tell everybody, you're trying to read these books over here, but you missed one huge part when it comes to the Bible. You were supposed to find Christ in the Old Testament. And instead of doing that, you're just trying to jump into wisdom. Like you want everybody to think you're wise. So I'm going to jump into Daniel and, because it talks about, and then, oh my Lord, don't get me started on Russia and America. And I'm like, oh my Lord, have mercy, dude. No. So this is Russia and this is America. I'm like,
And the horror of Babylon.
oh my Lord, bro. When I hear that, and then somebody's like, "Try, can you come up?" Because dude, I don't mind going to people's room, and while I'm doing something outside, and I can turn the volume up on my phone, and I can hear some of the things that's being discussed, and I don't mind. And they're like, "Try, can you come up?" And I'm listening to what they're talking about. Like they're over here think that they're literally reading about America and this and that. I'm thinking, oh my Lord, have mercy. I said, I better not. No, I'm not coming up, man.
Every
Y'all,
Hey,
time I hear
Dre.
somebody say that Mystery Babylon is America, I just want to flip. I just
oh,
want to
here you go.
flip.
Look, hey, look, Daniel Beloved's in here. Look, Daniel
I
8:5, the
just want to
USA.
flip.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy.
Hey, Dre.
Man,
Benny wants you to
man.
read Proverbs 11:30.
Yeah,
Do
yeah, yeah.
what?
I got it pulled up. I was just waiting for a
All right.
moment. Proverbs
What?
11:30.
Permission to speak, sir.
Okay.
Proverbs.
Oh, who wants to read Proverbs 11:30?
Dre
I'm
will,
gonna
because I
read
have
it.
to jump
I'm gonna.
off the screen.
It
No,
says,
who's saying to
Benny,
read it?
Benny, Benny.
Oh, Benny. Okay. All right. Go
It
ahead.
says, the fruit of the righteous is the tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise.
Yeah. Read it again.
The fruit of the righteous is the tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise.
Wow, I love that
Right.
verse.
Right. Go ye and make disciples. Not hard.
Yep. And
It
you
doesn't
only
say.
and you can only do it
It
if you
doesn't
have the
say.
tree
Hold
of
on.
life.
Hold on. It doesn't say the fruit of the spirit is oneness, Trinity, or water baptism. And a wise man forces others to see their opinions. That's not what.
Oh my
Uh-huh.
What?
Lord.
Nothing. I
Don't
was
you
just
just
talking
see
to
me,
Who's
him.
boy?
choking and coughing?
Don't you just see me?
Well,
I'm
anyway,
not the only one.
so
That
when
why don't you guys talk about these Trinitarians that are constantly say Trinity is true and everything else is heresy? Don't come after
Yeah, and
me.
you're
You don't
not
see me
saved if you
doing
don't
those
see it
kind
this
of
way.
you don't see me
well,
putting up.
anyway,
Yeah, there you go.
the point I'm making is we are, because Christ lives in us, just like the Bible says, right? 1 John 4:17, as he is, so are we. So you are a tree of life because we've been resurrected. So you are a tree of life, but a tree of life makes disciples. It brings people alive. That's what a tree of
Amen.
life does. So if you're not bringing people alive, and I don't know what you see D doing, that's bringing people alive. Show me where you see me arguing about doctrine. So if you're not descaling people, you're not bringing them alive. Therefore, you're not acting as a tree of life. I don't care who that is. I'm telling you, that's
Well, you
a
know what?
fact,
If
Jack.
you really think about it, try at the end of the ball game, you don't need to talk doctrine when we're just doing what we're doing with you and with Dre and every morning. We don't Doctrine is not needed because the word of God doesn't need doctrine. Jesus doesn't need doctrine.
No, the only thing he needs is for us to go open people's eyes. That's
Amen.
it. But the
Amen.
problem is people don't want to do that. They want to do their own thing. But I'll say this. Let me see. Oh, well, it's already 10:12. Has anybody got anything to say before we hop off? Anybody?
No, sir.
No,
Lottie
I'm
dottie.
good to go. God bless y'all. See y'all in the
All right.
morning.
So, yeah, we'll see y'all in the morning. So hopefully, I'll try to find out. If nobody finds out, that's fine. It's not no serious homework. We're just trying to see in the Hacksaw Ridge if anyone has the time to try to confirm whether he finished what school, what was his MOS, something like that. What was his real job? And I'll try my best to go research that too. So we're all in this one together. So, but either way, guys, hey, we'll see you in the morning.
All right. God bless.
See ya.
See y'all
God
in the
bless.
morning.
God bless, guys.